with the producer here, Mr. Anthony Butler Sr., Master Barber. You know what I mean? We got on the show here. I'm going to introduce them one by one, so they can all tell you who they are and what they represent. Here we go. I got right here to my left, I got Les.
My name is Les.
There we go.
Big Les Drama. Leonard, a.k.a. Big Drama.
Big Drama.
Media was cracking. WAZKRAKIN on Spotify, on Instagram, Snapchat, on Facebook. Was cracking. Media.
Next we got
Brandon Williams. I'm just a black man. That's all I get. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just a black man. I'm a student of the game. I'm humble right now to be around so many black men, young and old, and I'm encouraged by seeing the young men that are here with us. Like I said, if you want to get at me, my email is Brandon Williams 1981. It was a good year, 1981 at myyahoo.com.
Next we got Mr.
Dwayne Gibson. You can call whatever you want to call. That don't matter. I am.
That's the doctor, y'all. He's a doctor. The doctor.
Dwayne Gibson. How y'all doing? I'm here to have a good time. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm just a common person. But
Elder.
I'm here to enjoy this. I feel like I got a lot to learn and I got a lot to take in.
We're grateful to have him.
Thank you.
Next we got
Anthony Butler Jr. I'm just here to spread some knowledge and learn some knowledge from my elders.
AJ.
And then next we got a call-in guest that's from, he out in New York right now. We got a little Leslie. Leslie, introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Leslie. I'm from Houston, Texas. Right now I'm sitting in Washington, D.C., International Capital.
H-Town, know what I'm saying?
Deepest brother we know.
Yeah. Born and raised in Houston. Lived 13 years in Atlanta. And right now I'm in D.C. for about 2 years on and off. I'm back and forth. I'm a traveler, man. So I got a YouTube page. If you want to find me, no spaces, Fast Black, FACBLAKK 997. Where you will find vegan recipes. It's not a whole lot of them yet. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so it's starting to get in on the ground floor, man. I'm a deep studier. I've been studying my whole life,
very deep brother.
Various subjects, and I'm here to impart my knowledge and gain knowledge from this all-star cast that we have, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I feel honored and blessed to be here.
Far too kind. Far too kind, Leslie. You're a deep brother, man. Far too kind.
Oh yeah. Leslie, can you please repeat that YouTube again?
It's Fast Black, FACBLAKK, no spaces, 997.
Gotcha.
You said MAC?
FAC, F as in family, AZ, Z as in xylophone, BLAKK.
All right, we
got it.
We gonna have a dynamic show. What we gonna do is we gonna do our best. We gonna do our best to make it 2 hours or less. You know what I mean? So each subject matter, I hope to only do about a half hour for each subject matter like that, so we can get along. So anybody got something to say? You know what I mean? We gonna put it out there. It's called the TheSeedz963 for a reason. We planting seeds in everybody out here. You know what I mean? We trying to help from the lowest people to the highest people. You know what I mean? Anybody that needs some knowledge to learn about our subject matter, you know what I mean? We gonna be there. We gonna be there. Here we go. So our first subject matter that we starting on today is the number one, the religion which religion should we follow, or if any at all? That's our first question. Which religion should we follow, or if any at all? So we're going to start out right now Leslie on the phone right now because everybody want to hear Leslie starting and see where he was at with that.
The deepest brother we know.
And then whoever next after that, you raise your hand and we get to going and we get to talking and put your input in. Anybody got any say so? You know what I mean? Let us know. So here we go. So Leslie, what you feel about that topic right there, buddy, my brother?
Well, the word religion, once you start to study that word, you're going to find that it's rather restricted. To have religion is to restrict oneself. So I don't know if that's the aspect you want to come at it with. I studied all kinds of religions, and I find that restricting myself in the form of trying to be open-minded to receive knowledge is not the way that I really want to go. So if you look at it from that aspect, then it could be negative. But if you look at it from an aspect of discipline, then it could become more positive. But I don't feel that in any particular religion that's standing right now, Islam, Catholicism, Christianity, I don't feel like there's some holes in each of them. But if a man is so inclined, or female is so inclined to begin to study, then I feel like objective study will get you where you're trying to go. As much as I've studied religion, I've been studying religion for over 35 years, probably right at maybe 40 years. and so doing, I've come to see that the closest religion to what I'm going after is it's a pseudo form of Judaism. Because our people, from what I've studied, our people are the lost tribe of Judah. And then when you start studying that, then one has to get into the Bible, specifically the Torah, what they call the Pentateuch, which is the 5 books of the Bible, 5 to the Old Testament. And then in that you'll start to find what our people were brought up to believe, what our people were a covenant that we made with God in order to keep ourselves separate from the rest of the world. You see that word sanctified, you see that word separate, and we are our plight as black people is different than any other, especially the American black people.
Absolutely.
Our plight as American black people is different than any other persons on this earth. Every person on this earth, every country, every nationality has their own country that they come from. Italians have Italy, Japanese have Japan. We are the only people that do not know where we come from. And our plight is what we can use to find ourselves.
God damn it, Leslie! That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I had to. God damn it! I had to say something. Now you're not talking about Christianity, are you?
Well, not traditionally.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Never mentioned in the Bible, not even in the New Testament.
Not even.
To be Christ-like,
He practiced Judaism.
I don't find anything to be wrong with a person seeking to be like Christ.
Right. Right.
That is not. I don't feel like that's Christianity in and of itself. I feel like that's the person seeking knowledge, seeking to be like.
Absolutely.
That brother that gave his life over us. So when you look at the Bible is a book of blood, and it's a book of lineage, and it's a book of prophecy. And so, with that being said, it's the only book that has prophecy that has been performed and has yet to be performed. And so in that regard, out of all other books, it's unique. And so when I started to, when I got into religion, I started religion had a lot of mathematics. And so I applied mathematical principles to religion. And once you do that, then you start to see outliers within the Bible and within we as black people and our particular life. So
I agree.
You just go at it from that point of view, and I think that those are some good seeds that could be planted to find that.
You sound a lot like the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
I align a little bit. I'm not saying that you're align a little bit with them, but not. You know what I'm saying? Because I align a little bit with them.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with them on a lot of
right
aspects, but then,
right.
like with the deeper I get off into it, start veering off because
absolutely.
I believe that we are the Native American people. I believe that they
we are. Hey, we gotta talk, Leslie. Me and you need to talk.
I believe that the Native American people had more evil customs than even the Jews that call themselves Jews in the synagogues that are around the country, around the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we start to study some of the native languages of Cherokee, of Choctaw. My people had Blackfoot. I got Blackfoot in my family.
Same here.
They're particularly spoken at this point now, which is Germanized and kind of Europeanized or Caucasianized. And we're talking about proto-paleo Hebrew that go back. We're talking about real Hebrew.
Right.
That was spoken. Some of those Native American languages are more like sister languages to Paleo Hebrew.
Absolutely. I have I want to piggyback for a second off of what you just said. I have a friend who is a Mason. He's supposed to be a Scottish Rite Mason, and he talks about that. And he says that the Church of Latter-day Saints has our genealogy, and he talks about all of that stuff. So I've been studying the what is that, the Book of Mormons, because they have our lineage. The Church of Latter-day Saints has our lineage.
What?
Yes, they have everything in Utah.
I know where it come from. Just saying, they got our lineage though.
They have our lineage. They know who we are for real.
Well, because they see in Utah. And when you study and break that word Utah down,
it actually means Judah.
Utah and Judah are basically the same word.
See, did I just not say that?
You did say that.
I
never heard that in my life.
It is. There's a we're indigenous people. Everybody wasn't brought over here, and everybody that looks like me and you wasn't brought over here in boats.
I know that.
But it's more than just they've rewritten history. That's what we're getting at. They've rewritten it to an extent where we don't know what's up and down and what's top and bottom.
True.
Well, see, the slave trade happened backwards.
It did.
Take them here and take them to Africa to learn how to be slaves and be Catholicized, and then they were brought back as Africans. And then through the census, through various wordplay, they started to strip away our Native American culture and what they called our
Native Americans.
And they started to refer to us as Africans. So they were more apt to be able to steal the land from us.
And here's the kicker: we're more indigenous to the land than the Native Americans are.
Sure. Because the Native Americans, they're calling Native Americans now, are Native Americans.
They have their DNA over there. Some of their DNA comes from India.
Yeah, they're Indian people. And see, the Caucasian and the Asian are our cousins, and they were Confederate.
Exactly.
And they were Confederate and stealing our identity from us.
Wow. Yes.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Leslie, I just read
deep.
that. I just read
I
that
heard
this
about
week.
that. I heard about that.
Hey, Leslie, I just read that this week.
So
I just read that this week. That they stole our identity. That's what's crazy.
So
that's how I know. Hey, Leslie, you on to something. That's why I wanted to
So why did these? I don't want to say the wrong thing. Why do?
There's no such thing as the wrong.
No, listen.
Just
Why do?
Just say it. This is the
Caucasian Jews. Or they Jewish people claim it Jewish because they're not the original Jews. I'm gonna say Jewish.
They converted to Judaism.
But why did they hold on to that and then like it go deeper to like they run all the banks and everything?
The system has been created for them now.
Right. After they suppose, I don't even know if the Holocaust is real, but you know what I'm saying?
Even in like in Asian, it's all about being light and white.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't want to.
Asian, the real Mongolians, they look like
their nose is bigger than me and yours.
They look like Tony.
Their nose is bigger than me and yours. You
you
see the statues, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
The proof is in the pudding. But they don't want us. They don't want you to see that though, and they don't want our youth to see that, man. Our youth is waking up. Our youth is woke.
So we on religion right now.
They search.
So what they want us to know is what they showed us the Bible. Mm-hmm. So
first and foremost, as soon as you release.
Right. So
listen. There's many books of the Bible.
I know.
You go in the Old Testament. There's books you can't even list.
It's books that they hide from us because they don't want to show stuff.
You can't even list how many books there are that was there, that they quoted from, that they read from. We don't even know about.
But where does Hinduism take place in any of this? Since it's really it's not a religion, it's a way of living.
Hinduism is 4,000 to 5,000 years old. Hinduism is really old religion.
It's the oldest religion, actually.
But what they say is not considered a religion, though. They say it's considered just a way of life.
Well, if you think about it, what did Jesus say? I am the way. He never said he was a religion. The wise men, right?
Hey,
were they the men? It said
Dr. Dwayne has something to say.
What did the men of the East have to do with any kind of? You get what I'm saying? Hebrew child like Jesus. There was no such thing as Jesus, but his name was Yahusha. Yahusha is his name.
Because they said the letter J wasn't even invented yet.
It wasn't even invented at that time.
Mr. Dwayne got a question for us.
So I want to speak a little bit to everything y'all saying. To the original question, should you choose religion? What religion to choose?
Or if any at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't choose one at all. And the reason why I say don't.
Oh, the doctor!
Right?
The doctor!
The reason why I say don't choose one at all is because the people at the top take and put in what they want to put in, so they water it down.
Absolutely.
And you don't get what you're supposed to get. Right? If you read a little bit of the New Testament.
Come on, doctor.
Jesus kept going back and forth with them Pharisees because what he had to come. It had to happen that way because they was telling the people what they was going to do according to what they wanted. Right? It can't be according to what you want. It has to be according to what was designed. So when you heard Leslie in the beginning said he okay with someone to follow Christ, that's more of what I'm pushing. I just want to be like Christ-like, right? And just follow Christ. I don't really want to do religion is legalism.
I have no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's more like legalism, and you got to have these bunch of rules that you ain't gonna even do. You got me doing rules that you telling me I can't sleep with you turn your back, you sleeping with people. You know what I'm saying? So so I understand. Another thing I want to say. I say this cautiously, and I say this with no disrespect. So people get caught up in Jesus, Yeshua, the J, and all that. Can I ask you a question? If I call you by your nickname, is you still gonna respond to it? So if Jesus is the nickname, if I still call, my name is Dwayne, my nickname is DJ. If you call me DJ, I'm still gonna respond to it because that's what I recognize. You recognize me as, right? So if his name is Yeshua, but you still call him Jesus, and we consider Jesus a nickname, is he still going to respond to it? Why are we getting caught up on names?
I think the same people that call him Jesus don't recognize him as Yeshua, though.
Okay, I do. Well, yeah, I do.
You do because you understand. You've had the teaching, you've had the study, but other people don't recognize him as Yeshua. The whole thing about the Bible is about his name. The whole thing when you go from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Abraham didn't even know what his name was. He never revealed his name to Abraham at all. He only revealed it to Moses. He said, "I am that I am."
Now isn't there I I'm not gonna say I'm no Bible guy, but isn't there a particular part in the Bible that talks about saying his name and remember his name correctly? You know what I mean? Like,
well, let's put it to this. Let's just put it to us. If we was all out there standing in the street and they said, "Dad," you would look, I would look, you might look, and you might look because we're all dads, right? But if they say Brandon, is that different?
Well, because dad is considered a title.
Dad is a title, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Titles and names get mixed up sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
So everybody has that name Dad, but everybody doesn't have the same name.
Very true. Very true.
And if you look at I was always taught. This is how I was taught. Now I could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not saying. God has always been about His name. Like Pepsi. Like, hey, look. Pepsi is a name, is it not? Coke is a name. You will try something just based on the fact that Coke made it or that Pepsi made it. You know what I'm saying? Because those are brand names. Now look, I ain't quoting what is that? I ain't quoting American Gangster, the movie. But I'm just saying,
Dwayne,
we talking about names.
I hear you. And I agree with you just a little bit, right?
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Because he is about name, but he didn't reveal his name. Moses said, "What should the people call you?"
Exactly.
Moses asked, right?
He did.
So my question to this is though, what about the person that can't speak? What do they call him?
The person that can't speak.
Yeah, it's people that can't talk. They can't call his name.
Yeah, they can think it though.
They can think it.
But how can they? So what if a person can't speak and some people got this and this,
but they still got their mind.
Yeah. So
Helen Keller was one.
Yeah. How do we communicate that to them?
Okay, so I'm about to flip it.
Okay.
How do you know that that's the way to go? Because the second part of the question is, should we follow religion or which religion should we follow? You know, you got people that's Christians.
Yes.
You got people that's Buddhist.
You're right. Now
you got people that's Muslim.
Here's my take.
Like, and then and I'm not gonna say they storage or anything because my mind. I grew up. I'm pretty sure
most of us grew up Christian.
Christian, right? Because who we are and our ethnicity. But but what I'm saying is, I learned about a lot of shit going to college when I went to Central State.
Okay.
And I learned about different religions. I heard about Muslims and bean pies.
But you saw it up close when you went.
But when I went to school, I'm like,
you
oh
saw
shit!
It up close.
And then I had a dude that was a Nation Islam, FOI Muslim. He was hardcore, pushing that movement. Somebody that was a Hebrew Israelite. That was the first time I never heard of a Hebrew Israelite. Shut him down.
Wow.
Shut him down. But I'm like, damn. What's right? Like, you got people that's from if it's religions, are they mythology?
I'm gonna say
I'm going mythology, Greek mythology, Nordic mythology, Roman mythology, all that stuff, man.
Here's what I think. This is what I think. It's not
and some of them stories. I ain't gonna say this story. Some of the prophecies and everything sound the same.
I think it's personal right now. As it pertains to where we at in this time and what we need to accomplish as a people, we can't allow what you believe and what I believe to separate us.
But Brandon, I don't know what I believe though, bro. Because I grew up Christian. I grew up Christian. I don't know what I believe.
Listen, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, right now, when you get stopped out there by a police officer, does it matter what you believe?
Absolutely not.
No.
Does it matter that you're a Muslim?
Absolutely
does it matter that
does
you're
religion have something that's getting pulled over?
Does it matter that you're a Buddhist? What I'm trying to say is, the religion we should practice right now is unity. I don't have to care about what Dwayne. I'm sorry, man. It's the alcohol right now.
That's all right.
Dwayne is practicing. Long as we have a brotherhood, like we have an understanding, like, hey man,
right?
You know what I'm saying? What happens to you matters to me, not because of your God. We have to get beyond that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can't get caught up on Baptists.
But listen, that's the subject we on.
So are you saying religion
that's
was,
the subject
was
we on.
derived to?
You feel me?
For
that's the
division?
subject we on.
Are we saying it was derived for division?
Well, with man,
to divide and conquer.
With man, it's always going to be division. It's always going to be competition.
So was it made up?
It's always going to be competition. No, God is never a made up thing.
How do you know though?
Can I speak just to give you an answer?
Go ahead.
Because there's a scripture that says, Paul was talking, and he was saying, hey, I don't want you to get caught up I don't want you to get caught up in Baptists. I don't want you to get caught up in this. He said, one watereth, one planteth, but your increase only come from God.
True.
I don't want you to get caught up who water, who planteth. Right? That's it. I don't want you to get caught up in this religion and that religion and that religion. Anything that you get gonna come from the Creator.
True.
It ain't gonna come from me. Don't get caught up in that. That's why I said I don't know if I could do religion. I gotta do a relationship with God only.
I agree with that. We have to come together though as a people.
Yes.
Relationship. I can't worry about whether you believe what I believe. We have to concentrate on what is affecting us. Not. I'm not saying that God is not going to be involved in that. Listen. If God is God, He understands all of us. He made all of us, right? The Creator made all of us. He's going to understand that. But we can't get caught into the division of you're a Buddhist, you're Allah, I believe in Jesus, you might believe in Yahshua. We can't get caught into that. Because the thing, what's at risk is bigger than that.
Says who though?
The society says that. But what we got going on right now, we need to come together. We don't need to even worry about. I don't need to worry about who you worship.
Because whatever we got going on right now, we have to all agree it's not working.
It's
not working. Whatever we got going on right now ain't working for our people.
I hate to say the word the devil's advocate, but I'm saying what you saying right there. Listen what you saying.
I don't mean to cut you off, but let the youth have his hand.
Go, because I think me and him on the same page, but I don't know though.
So what I'm gonna say is y'all are definitely on the right track of what I'm thinking too. It ain't about the beliefs and whatnot. It's about coming together as one. And that's what the beliefs and all of this were created for, was to divide. The etymology of the word religion is religare, which originates in Latin, and religare means
go ahead, school us.
To rebind.
There you go.
So that was the point of all of these religions, was to divide the minds.
All right.
And just to piggyback, I tried to say it a little bit earlier, but to piggyback off of what we were talking about with Christ, the origin of Christ as well, the oldest known origin is actually in ancient Egypt. With the word, it was pronounced similar to Christ, but it was spelled Qrst, which was known as Christ back then.
Okay.
And in ancient Egypt, that meant to bury, or it meant a tomb. So digging deeper into that, it means, if you've ever heard the Christ consciousness, that's what it was actually for. Then that's what Christ is for. It meant to bury your consciousness.
Wow.
If you want to ask what my personal beliefs are, that's different than what I believe all of us need to. You wanna know what my I align a lot with what Leslie said. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe, because if there was no Jay, there was no way they was calling him Jesus at the time.
Correct.
That's what I believe.
Super cool.
I believe in the Yahshua. If you even go into karate, it's Hi-Yah.
So who do you believe changed it to the J?
The Romans.
The Romans did.
Yeah, the Romans did.
They changed everything. Not only did they change that, they changed time.
So we saying Constantine?
They changed time.
Constantine
it wasn't just Constantine. Yeah, if you go back and look,
the Council of Nicaea.
I did a lot of research today. I'm so like my stuff is firing today. But we'll concentrate on Constantine, because we got to Constantinople. He did a lot, man. He looked out and said, how can we control these people?
The pagans, right?
And the only way you can control a man is through what he believes. Yes. There's no other way to control us other than what we believe. Not and especially just melanated people. We are so deep into that. You get what I'm saying? That's why our mothers say, hey, look, you need to believe in Jesus. We ain't gonna question. We are so deep into it, man. It's not even. We don't even question it as a kid. You don't question that stuff until you get older and you get away from it.
And if you did question it, you were shunned when you questioned it.
It sure was.
Listen, man.
It sure was.
I don't think y'all listen, man. My whole growing up, my whole thing was I was in church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was almost every day that the football games was on, we was in church. And you say it's indoctrination, true, to a degree. But it's also because the way they explained it, I didn't have to if you go from Sunday to Monday, you're less likely to sin. That's how they explained it. Monday to Wednesday, you're less likely to have less sin. Because you getting the word. Am I right, Dwayne? Hey, I gotta get my preacher here. Listen, what I'm trying to say is this, as it pertains to what we got going on in the world today. You can believe what you want. I can believe what I want.
Correct.
Dwayne can believe what he wants. Our young folks can believe what they want. At the end of the day, though, we need to believe in each other.
Correct.
Yep.
We gotta believe in each other. I'm gonna tell you something from the Tower of Babel. What it said about mankind. That there's nothing that can be held from us. Nothing when we come together. That's something for God to have said that. I don't pay attention to a whole lot of things that man said in the Bible. There's some things that man said in the Bible, and there's some things that God said in the Bible, according to when you read the scripture. Like that whole thing about no more being one, no more being two flesh, but one when you get married. Adam said that. God didn't say that. When God says something, things change forever.
They do. Yes.
There's not. When he said he wasn't going to destroy the world by water again,
and next time
he hung a bow in the air, right? Mm-hmm. Has the world been destroyed by that? Thousands of years later, right? Now there's been places that have been destroyed, but not the entire world. When God says something, it's very different than when man says something. The divorce rate is supposed to be where it's at. God never said that. Adam said that. Now, God allowed it to go through because it was good. Get what I'm saying? But when he says something, if you notice in the Bible, God don't say a whole lot. Because when he does, things change forever. Mm-hmm. Things are different. It's like the Supreme Court. When they hand down something, y'all got to go back to the drawing board. God didn't say everything in the Bible. Just like the New Testament, most of that is Paul. He says it. It's like it's like me and you texting each other. You get what I'm saying? Now me and you share a lot, don't we, Tone? Mm-hmm. We share a lot, man. We share so much. And sometimes I'll be like, damn, Tone, I can't get everything. He asked me. That's kind of how it is. That's kind of how those epistles are. The one thing I will give him credit for is that he does say, I said it. Mm-hmm. Get what I'm saying? God didn't say this. I said it. Now, if people take it as gospel truth, that's on them. That doesn't mean that they wrong or that they're wrong with God. Because he said it. God didn't say it.
So since Paul is saying only things that God said, how many times has Jesus said what God said? Or is it just Jesus said it?
That was my next point. A lot of Christianity is based on what Paul said, not what Jesus did.
Again,
if we really tell the truth, a lot of Christianity is based on what Paul said, like in his personal correspondence, than what Jesus actually did.
So in the Old Testament, then, it was never mentioned of the word Jesus or anything about Jesus in the Old Testament, correct?
No, he was mentioned.
No.
He was mentioned.
The name Jesus was not mentioned.
The name wasn't, but he was mentioned.
Like the forthcoming Savior?
The Messiah.
The Messiah.
The Messiah.
Okay.
The Messiah was mentioned.
I heard that. Yeah.
The Messiah was mentioned. He was called Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Now, whether you believe that is Yahusha or Jesus, that's up to you.
So that's still yet to be. So that's still some stuff that's undetermined in
now,
who Emmanuel really is.
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. What I believe, Jesus is the white version. Yahusha is our version.
What do you believe, Dwayne?
That's what I believe.
Mike.
I'm sorry. I believe they're one and the same, right? Mm-hmm. I don't believe that. That's just his belief, right? Mm-hmm. And so, like, I respect his belief. I just think they took it and they twisted, like Leslie said in the beginning when he came on. They took it and they twisted and they made it what it was, way to fit what they wanted to fit. Again, they keep changing it to make it fit. Mm-hmm. And
I agree with that.
And the Lord Jesus, the Messiah, whatever you want to call him, he's a one size fit all. What goes for you goes for you. There is no different for you was different for here. It all goes together. That's why in the beginning I said I don't really want to say what Paul said is okay. That's religion. I respect what you say, Paul, but I need God to show me. You know why? Because all y'all done messed it up. All y'all done messed it up. You giving us these rules that we can't do. Now you can't do them.
Now my question is to Dwayne. Okay. What did Jesus or Yahusha practice? Did he practice Christianity?
No.
Or did he practice Judaism?
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
It would be more. It would be
strictly Hebrew. Point blank, right?
Say it again.
Yeshua was strictly Hebrew.
He was
Strictly Hebrew.
Yes.
That's what I want to point out. Because if you tie it to the Old Testament too, mm-hmm. It says the people that are called by my name, mm-hmm. My name, mm-hmm. Not Jesus. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Yahusha. I got some water. I got some water. The people, see, you know where I'm going with this, Leslie.
Yeah, I do.
The people that are called by my name. See, everybody's not called by his name.
That's correct.
That's what I'm trying to. The children of Israel and Jews are two different people. Mm-hmm. But people don't realize that. Mm-hmm. Hey, did you hear me? You hear me, Les?
I hear you.
Jews and the children of Israel are two different people.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No, it means something.
No, because they call themselves Jews.
Those people over there.
The name have everything to do with it. When you look at the Bible specifically.
Go ahead and get them. Go ahead and get them, Leslie.
2 Timothy 2:15 says to study to show ourselves approved unto God. Workmen that need not be ashamed, but right by Bible.
This is what I've been trying to tell you, Tony. This is what I've been trying to tell you, man.
If you hear a person, you can tell how much a person has studied by the name that they choose to call the Messiah. Right. So when you, even Yeshua said they're going to call me Jesus, but that doesn't give it credence. He just knows that's what they're going to call me. I mean, I go to every when I was banging. I had a different name in every hood. But those people only knew a certain aspect of me. When I hear somebody call me by my middle name, I know that's family. Right. And I'm going to treat them a certain way.
That's why we don't get everything we're supposed to get.
I agree with that.
Right. So when you study, your study, the depth of your study is what makes you approved unto God. And what the youngsters were saying with that Christ consciousness and being buried, Yeshua was a seed. And they thought that they was defeating him by putting him in the ground, but the seed don't have that power until you put it in the ground. Mm-hmm. And once you put it in the ground, see, the kingdom of God is as a sower. Once you put that seed in the ground, it's germinating and begins to grow. And we as people, we are seeds of what we take in. So when we apply the sowing process to our lives, then you have to understand that turmoil and grief and all the stuff that we going through is due to the fact that we have strayed away from the covenant, and that we need to replant ourselves, rediscover ourselves, and grow new.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
I would like to interject something because we tried as a people, we tried different things to come together and come out of our plight, and it did not work. We tried nonviolence. And we tried nonviolence with Martin King. We tried government with the Black Panthers because they were communists. The only thing we have not tried is God.
Check this out, though. We only tried just recently. Then, if you look at the time,
us not having the same belief is something that's going to keep us apart. Because with the Hebrews, when they went to fight their battles, before they ever fought their battle, they had something. This is what we get. They had something that was called the heavenly host that fought their battle before they ever went into battle. And the reason why they had the heavenly host fight their battle was because they were in covenant with God. They were in good standing with God. And God told them in the beginning when they were with Moshe in the wilderness, he told them if you stay in covenant, that you're going to get certain benefits. But as soon as we got out of covenant, we lost the heavenly host. We was out there fighting by ourselves.
We are not Gentiles.
We get back to the essence, and to the point where we regain that heavenly host, all our enemies will be slain before we ever can get it back.
We are not. We are not Gentiles.
Come together under God. Indivisible will live there just see, they put it everybody knows who we are except for us, bro.
Everybody knows who we are.
And it's a almost $1 trillion industry that's been put in place to keep us from finding out who we are. We live in an anti-Hebrew society. That's why it's pork and everything. That's why the sandwiches changed. And that's why us standing on the corner in the group is shunned because they don't ever want us to come together and figure out who the hell we are.
Right.
Hey, Les,
I agree 1,000% with that.
There is a difference between Jesus and Yahusha. That's not his name.
But Les,
Jesus is not his name.
The beast system.
It's not his name.
Is Jesus' system, essentially. Because Zeus and Jesus are pretty much the same person.
God damn it, Leslie, explain it to him.
Well, hold up now. If you want to say Zeus, what about Lucifer?
We talk about right one.
Because the stuff I didn't study said Lucifer and Jesus is the same thing too.
But he's talking about. You understand what Leslie's talking about? Jesus is Christianity. We're not talking about Christianity. Yahusha and Jesus are not the same person.
So
for everything that God has, Satan has a counterfeit.
Boom.
For everything that God has, Satan has a counterfeit. So if God has a light bearer, then Lucifer must have a light bearer.
So are we insinuating that Satan and Lucifer is the same person?
Satan is Lucifer, but Lucifer was Lucifer first. He became Satan once he failed.
Satan is a position.
Lucifer was the light bearer. Lucifer was like he was second in command to God. And third in command.
The morning star. The morning star.
Yeshua would have never had to become the morning star if Lucifer didn't lose his spot.
That's how it is. And give it to him, Leslie. Give it to him.
Once Lucifer lost his spot and became Satan, then we needed that morning star because Yeshua, God is light. His glory, life is light. In darkness, there's no light. There's no light.
Now, hey, hold it right there, Leslie. Hold it right there, Leslie. There's a story. There's a story in the Bible about the the cock that crowed 3 times, right? Mm-hmm. Am I right, Dwayne?
Right.
The cock ushers in the light. The cock is the light, bro. Now I'm messing with the zodiacs. I'm messing with the Eastern zodiacs. The cock ushers in the light before dawn.
What the serious part about that is when birds start to sing in the morning, their frequency inspires plant life to start to grow.
Man, stop it.
It's the circadian rhythm of the world. When you hear birds start to sing, then everything starts to perform as it should due to frequencies. And you look at the word, the Hebrew alphabet, the Hebrew design, it has frequency to it. There's a such thing that in Hebrew called gematria. And Hebrew is one of the only languages that has letter value and numeric value.
Man, you better stop, man.
That's how you understand that this world was created by Hebrew. Hebrew was the language that created this world. Because English is arbitrary. Chair is just chair.
Our first ancestors.
When you look at the word chair, it literally has 4 legs to it. There's nothing arbitrary about Hebrew. Hebrew has within it the intonation of the word that is described.
Better
so
stop.
when you look at all the Hebrew, it has the word loyalty, it has heart mixed into it through gematria. That's why, because the world was built in letter and intent, and letter and word. And Hebrew is the only language that encapsulates those 2 instances.
Hey, Leslie.
So when you look at that word, snake, you're gonna see that biting aspect, you're gonna see the betrayal aspect of the word serpent and snake.
Our ancestors as slaves were from West Africa. The first language that they wrote in the church when they came over here was what? Hebrew. On the ceiling of the church. Just trying to tell you what it is, man.
But listen.
That is our.
Every language on this planet has a word, if not more than one.
That Yah. You better. I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, the more I read about it, the more I'm starting to realize that's what it is. Everything that we hate, our women love seafood platter. They love a seafood platter, right? They love crawfish. All that stuff is against God.
We ain't supposed to eat no. We ain't
all of
supposed
it
to
is
eat
against
that
God.
shit.
All of it's not cold. It's all against God.
That's right. Half of the stuff on the seafood platter is unclean.
We ain't supposed to eat catfish.
And let's say you believe in Jesus.
Anything bottom feeder we ain't
what
supposed
did
to eat.
Jesus say? I didn't come to abolish the law. He came to fulfill it.
Right.
That's what he said.
But see, the diseases that befall black people befall us because we don't stick to the covenant. We like to eat that pork. We like to eat that. We like to eat that.
The covenant is the biggest thing. The covenant is the biggest thing right now. You wanna. I'm glad you said that, Leslie. The covenant is the biggest thing.
Hey, so when
right now,
so, when did it go left? Where
we need to go back to it.
The white Jewish or Jews felt like they were the one.
They converted the Judaism.
Well, I get it. They converted, but when did it go to when they was the law? Because right now,
the Ashkenazis,
they like running the world right now. They got the whole world by the balls right now.
Go research the Ashkenazis, the Ashkenazi Jews.
Explain the picture. They went into. This is why you should talk about unequal yoke and put yoke on people because they made more laws than the law. We already acted on some laws that got followed in the law of God.
The Torah.
That's in Leviticus. If you want to find out what the law of God is, look at Leviticus.
Okay.
Right.
I got a great question for y'all. Who invented the language of Hebrew? Since we say all these things go back from Hebrew, right? And I hear all y'all with the Hebrew thing, right? Mm-hmm. Who invented the language of Hebrew?
Hebrew's been around though since like
who invented it?
But was it before that? All right, I ain't gonna say it. But no, all right,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, no, go ahead and say it.
Because people say ancient Kemet was before then.
Correct. And there's a guy in Hebrew who Dr. Inky was talking about, because I like to throw my door.
Well, before they were called Hebrews, were they called Canaanites? Leslie?
Canaanites became one of the original people to speak Hebrew. Some of the Canaanites, some of the...
But where did the Hebrew come from, though?
That's where it came from.
But where did Canaanites come from?
When Hebrew started.
We got...
Is there a guy in ancient Kemet who invented Hebrew? Because my guy Dr. Inky talks all about it. Who invented Hebrew?
Because the answer to that question is no. They say, hey, well, you just said we was already over here. You said we was already over here. Okay, but listen,
a lot of us were.
But they said the Moors, who are Muslims, came from and went everywhere and showed people how how to clean.
Well, the landmasters used to be together, though.
Who?
There was a
landmasters, and here
the continents used to all be connected.
I'm talking about before then, before we even came over, but
that's true. And in the Book of Mormon, it talks about them coming over a landmass.
But what I'm trying to tell you, even in England, they didn't even have they was dirty. They was dirty. They didn't even know how to take care of their trash or anything.
Right.
Who taught them how to do that?
The Moors did.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Moors. Okay, listen. But
Spain.
I don't know everything, but the Moors supposed to be Muslims, right?
The Italians all have some nigga blood in them.
Oh, they do. They got the olive skin.
Believe it or not, they all got nigga blood in them.
You know, but
they all got nigga blood in them.
But they run from
all the races got
Asian. We all got, because we originators. We originators. I ain't gonna
go, Leslie. But especially the Italians though. Especially the Italians.
But Asians too though.
The Sicilians got more than the Italians got.
Look at people in India. They darker than all of us in this motherfucker.
You said the Sicilians?
They just got straight hair. They darker than all of us.
Sicilians, like, they women, most of their women look like black women. That's why Italians don't identify with Sicilians. The Sicilians don't identify with black people with Italians.
You watch The Godfather, they tell you, man, my people from Sicily. They're gonna say I'm from Sicily.
The Moors ruled Spain for like 400 to 800 years.
That's cool. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you just said that we was already over here, but they said
we were already over here.
I believe it. I wasn't there, but I believe it. What I'm saying is that the Moors, they fucking pilgrimages and went all over the continent. What I'm saying is, if we were already over here, and they taught us different things, and then you said the Indians or the Native Americans was us. Some of us was that, because black people or melanin people was all over the world. We was all over the world.
True.
We was all over the world.
True.
It wasn't like we was in Africa and we went over here. We was everywhere.
True.
Because if you could look at anybody, Japanese, Chinese.
True.
And my favorite Thai people.
Now
Thai people just close as us.
Now wait,
Mongolians as dark as you and I.
That's what I'm saying.
I got something for the panel real quick.
Go ahead.
Right now, I just brought on the phone right now. Keith of the Moors. And he has the Muslim aspect. We've been talking about
that's what I'm talking about.
Right hey Keith, how you doing today,
yes,
brother?
Sir. Pretty good.
You
got something good going on over there. What's going on?
You live right now on the podcast right now. And then we've been talking about the Christian thing. We talking about religion, the whole little thing I told you about when I sent you the information about which religion should we practice. Do you have anything? We've been talking about Christianity, things like that. What's the aspect of the Muslims that you would like to put out there for us? I know you got something for us. I know you ain't been here for the whole podcast, but I know you got to see what reason do we have to believe in any religion at all, and namely yours.
Okay. So what reason do we have to believe in any religion at all?
Yes. Or which one is the best to follow?
Okay. So, first of all, from when I say, I represent an Islamic viewpoint. However, I represent a particular standpoint in Islam because I'm a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? And from our perspective, we look at Islam a little different than the majority of Muslims, right? We still recognize the Quran, right? We still recognize Prophet Muhammad, but we recognize that we had a prophet sent to us. To us here in America, labor, Negro, black, and colored, that we had a prophet sent to us. And his job was to explain to us how not only Islam works, because it was ours before we were forced into Christianity. His job was also to explain to us how all the religions work. The true religion. People are running away from religion because they never had true religion. And so our prophet, he restored to us not only Islam, he told us what true religion looks like. All right. True religion, what we're going to find, and what the scientists are finding, is that true religion looks more like what they're finding as they explore quantum mechanics. You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, religious books are science books. Right? There's a lot of where we go wrong, or where we begin to blame the religion, is because of interpretation and translation. Right? Noble Drew Ali, who was the founder, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who was the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? He said that, the Islam that was being practiced by the Muslims of his time, because they sued him. And he told them, the Islam you're practicing is shot through a hocus pocus. I'm bringing back the true Islam, right? And he wrote an article where he talked about how religion gets corrupted, and he said it's through the compilers, the people who compile the text. They can't resist the urge to throw propaganda in there for their personal gain. And so from his perspective, this is why. But it's very interesting because a lot of us came into, like for me, I've been practicing Islam since I was 13, right? I took my shahada at 17. And when I came into the temple in my 30s, I came from the perspective that the Bible was corrupted, it was wrong, yada, 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 yada. What Noble Drew Ali showed me is that there was really a lot of misinterpretation. Because the little Quran that he put together actually straightens out things that we think are wrong in the Bible and the things that we thought was true in the Quran. And he shows that it's actually just a means, it's just a matter of misinterpretation, right? Or mistranslation a lot of times where we think these things conflict. So I found it, it's really, since I've joined the temple, it brought me back to being able to study the Bible and look at it as a credible source, because basically where I thought it was wrong, it was mistranslation and misinterpretation. So I can stop right there, and I guess if there's any questions.
Once you start trying to translate one language to another language, you're going to either bastardize the language that you're translating from, or you're going to bastardize the language that you're translating to. Because words just don't transfer like that. A lot, especially when you start getting from Latin-based words, Latin-based languages to Germanic-based languages to more Semitic languages. There's a lot of corruption that can come into play. That's understood. A lot of people don't understand that aspect of it. That most of the Bible is Hebrew, and the New Testament is most of it is considered to be Greek, but a lot of it is being found in Hebrew as well. And with the Quran is an Arabic book, and if you don't understand Arabic, then it's going to be real hard to get the true essence of what the Quran is working to try to tell you. So if it behooves a person that they're going to study religion properly to learn that language, and that's a lot of work that people just don't want to do. And what they do is they go to the church and they listen to Pastor Pork Chop. And Pastor Pork Chop will tell you what Pastor Pork Chop was going to get Pastor Pork Chop paid.
So y'all agree with me then? Hold on. Leslie said what I said. The new dude said what I said. All y'all keep saying what I said. At the top, it's dirty. At the top,
It's dirty at
the top.
That boy said Patrick Pork Chop. I was over here weak.
It's a multiple thought
Passive
mission. Multiple thought can be delivered with one word.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? For example, in the Hebrew, in the Arabic, in the Aramaic, they are trilateral roots. Right. So they're based upon consonants, right? Three consonants, K, T, and R. Or M, W, and F. Right? You know what I mean? And so based upon each root has a different meaning. And when you put those roots together in the specific orders, it conveys a meaning. And when you put those words together in specific orders, it conveys another level of meaning. You know what I mean? So when you translate, it's not the fact that, because I've been studying the Quran since I was 13, like I said, and I had a really good grasp of the Quran, right? But my grasp became deeper as I began to delve into the etymology of the Arabic words. Each one understand, you know what I mean? And areas where we thought certain things were conflicting, the reconciliation came in the range of meanings that this word can mean. Not just in one meaning. So they're not mistranslating as much as they didn't give you the other meanings that could have aligned with other stuff. You see what I'm saying? And so that's where things come in. So wherever you, what I would say is just as a general rule, take it as you see it. But when you see a conflict, those are the particular times where you see a conflict between this concept and that concept, or this word and that word. That's where you dive into the etymology and get the range of meanings. And a lot of times you'll find a reconciliation. You know what I mean?
What we were talking to when I was being classically trained as a preacher, we were talking to study that Bible with the strong, exhaustive concordance. Yeah, that has the word translated from Hebrew and the Hebrew word, and then the time that the word was written in, the context it was written in. It gives it a number. You look at that number, and that number will show you the most likely meaning, but not exclude all the other meanings that go that go with the word. So one comes out with the broader point of view on what that particular scripture is trying to say. People like to cherry pick scripture. They like to cherry pick raw. They like to cherry pick and then put it out there like this is what it's saying. When really what they're doing is fracturing that particular scripture to try to make it fit into what they're saying at a particular time and taking it out of context, out of the chapter that it's supposed to be in unison with. In order to prove a particular point, and that happens so much that people just begin to lose weight. But it's incumbent upon the journeyman. It's incumbent upon the workman to get in there and do the work. Like it's not once you get in there and you start wrestling with that word, it leaves you incapable of being a slave because you can't. Your mind, you get the grasp of it. You don't pass pork chop. And everything they have to say, you can go home, pull up in your driveway and study that thing for yourself, but they come out of it with the understanding that God will grant you from study.
I have a question. I have a question to ask you. I got a question to ask you. Hold on for a minute. I got a question to ask you.
Pass a pork chop.
I got a Les. You didn't even hear me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you can't hear it.
Can you hear me?
Hey, we got Reverend Dwayne speaking up, y'all.
Hey, y'all, hold on for a second.
These are all Afro-Asiatic languages, along with Berber, Chadic, and all these.
I got a question too, but I'm gonna let my religion guys go ahead and go at it.
They're all in Africa and Arabia. Those
What?
are all languages, you know what I mean? But we were actually sent a prophet here to this day.
Can you hear us, Leslie? And go ahead. Wait, we had a question for y'all.
So we got Leslie on. What's the new guy name?
Keith.
So I'm not Muslim, but I'm real in alliance with Keith though, because so Leslie, you said you got to get in that word. You gotta study it. You gotta like show yourself approved.
His tongue.
Right? But so my thing, I'm more aligned with Keith on this part. What if I get the wrong interpretation though? Because I'm not interpreting what I think it is. And so now I got the wrong interpretation and I'm not aligned with it and I could be off.
Right. Right. That's why you study tools. You can't just dive in by yourself. You gotta have some teachers. You gotta have proper books, and then you have to have a study technique. When you get that strong coordinates, exhaustive concordance, you get the book of the Apocrypha, and then you had that teacher explain to you the time and what was going on in that culture at that particular time, and you get a better picture of what's like a cinematic view of what's going on. So what we looking for, it's almost impossible to achieve. What you look for is 360 degrees of knowledge. You want that full cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you got to get into the Quran. You got to get into the books of Hadith. You got to get into the Marbata. You got to get into the Bible. You got to get into the Apocryphal books. You got to get into the Vulgate. You got to get into the Septuagint. You got to get into these books. You got to immerse yourself into the religious world. You got to take yourself back 2,000 years, 3,000 years, wherever it is to study, and you have to understand the culture of the people. You have to understand what's going on politically. You got to immerse yourself. You can't just dot around. You know what I'm saying? A person has to do some in-depth study. It turns into a college level type of class if you want to glean into understanding of what those prophets and what those people were saying over here, or just being. Like when Jibril came down and gave the prophet the words, you got to understand what was going on around them and why that was deemed to be something that.
Whoa. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get you to.
I agree with you.
I don't hear nothing now.
I agree with you. You know, I think that once you just start taking the
Someone plug, brother.
the universe starts taking 2 steps toward you. So as long as you study and being persistent in your studies, it's going to evolve into you diving into things deeper. Don't think you got to know it right off the bat. No, sir. None of us did. But as we study, it drew us in deeper. You know what I mean? And once you lock in, it just drags you in. And you find yourself studying for 2-3 hours. So it ain't like you got to know it right off the bat. Just start spending, whatever little time you can allocate. And then, things will start revelating to you, because that's your hard work.
Hey, this is
having a group of brothers that wants to gain the same thing. That's what tribe comes in. Your vibe attracts your tribe. When you start to study, then God, when the student is ready, God's going to send a teacher. And He's going to meet you right there where you are, right? And the closed mind that think you know everything, it's not going to get blessed. But that mind that's always like a child, that's why the Bible says make yourself as a child. You know what I'm saying? You down to be about a whole lot about Santa Claus. Then why don't you get your mind to be true? And set your frequency where when the truth hits your heart, that you understand that's true. When you hear falsehood, it don't hit like it's supposed to be.
Hey, I got a question, y'all. This is Les, the other Les on the podcast. I want to know why certain books are left out, like the Book of Enoch.
Right.
Why is that left out?
Well, because that book of Enoch, when you start to look at the book of Enoch, bro, it's revealing a lot of secrets that those in power would like to get.
So why
when you start looking at that book of Enoch, it gives you the origin of a lot of evils that are being used to separate our people.
Okay, so listen, what I'm saying, why is not brought up with our people though? Like we over here talking about the Yahweh and Jesus and everything. Why we don't go all the way back to that and look into that? That's all I'm saying. This is me talking.
Who would bring it up though?
We bringing it up right now at the podcast.
The book you say Apocrypha means the book that have been kept out of the Bible, essentially. So when I say the book of the Apocrypha, I'm talking about the book of Enoch. That's included.
Okay, you schooling me because I didn't know that.
I got Gino's.
It's a lot of books that have been kept out. And when I say the Septuagint, from the 66 books that's in the Bible that we have now, it's 72 books in that book.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I named a lot of books. So in the Spanish Vulgate, and you look at the Coptic Ethiopian Bible, man, it's a lot of books out there that help give you a broader view of what's trying to be hidden, and you'll see why those books were taken out, because they're blacker books, and they start to let you know that when you get to the ground, that soil get darker and darker.
Man, bro.
So if the original man started off as white man, how in the hell? What we gonna be coming from that? How you come from white? You gonna be clear? Like you gotta start the original. It has to be a black man.
Yes, sir.
In order for it to have something to come from. So when you come at it from that aspect, and you look at that word, Hebrew, you look at what that means, and you look at the word Adam. Adam has a lot to do with blood. You know what I'm saying? Damu in Swahili is blood.
Yes, sir.
It's a red man, it's a black man. That's what they call them in Native American, red skin.
Yes, sir.
Why they took that out? Because people starting to wake up. Not even the Washington Commanders.
Yep.
I would say that, in general, things were taken out because it didn't vibe with a certain, like I was explaining to you how Noble Drew Ali explained that it's the compilers. They could not resist the urge to color the crew for their own game. For example, we talk about the Ten Commandments, right? But under the Ten Commandments, the rich get richer and the poor get poor. It's the Ten Commandments in the Torah.
So yeah, that I only brought that up. This is less. I only brought that up because honestly, I don't know everything, and you guys know more than me with the religion part. I got my aspects on things. We've been hard on this religion, probably like almost an hour, maybe, or even more.
We've been an hour and 11 minutes right now.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna keep it real because I'm glad that was the first one. But
I want to get my information before we keep going.
Go ahead, brother.
Akhenaten is the guy who invented Hebrew.
Okay.
Pharaoh Akhenaten.
It was
do
a
your
man.
research. Look at it. Akhenaten.
It was a man
created Hebrew, and he was shunned in Hebrew when he
made it.
When he created, check it out. Check it out.
Took him out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Hey, send that to me, please.
Akhenaten.
Yeah, you send that to me. Send it to me, brother.
Akhenaten.
Send it to me.
I know.
Right,
I heard that name before.
Akhenaten. And he was shunned. Any of y'all know about Akhenaten, Leslie?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So, Akhenaten is the one who wrote and created the Hebrew language that we keep talking about.
I just feel like it's a big family of everything. When we talk about religions, every religion has some kind of correlation with the Hebrew, Buddhist, everything is connected. That's how I feel. When I grew up, I knew Christianity. I ain't know nothing else. I grew up, I learned something about Islam and Muslims. Learned something about the 5%ers. I learned something about Hebrew Israelites. But at the end of the day, some people to be coming and you listen to stuff, some of the stuff in the Quran, the Holy Bible, the King James, the Old Testament, some of the stuff is the same. You learned about the ancient Kemet. Some of the stuff is the same, but at the end of the day, are they just stories? Is this like Greek mythology? I'm not saying I'm a atheist or nothing like that. I'm just saying that my mind is different. Y'all minds might be the same. You a student
and you want to know the truth.
I want to know. Ain't anybody being the truth. I just want everybody on the same page.
You have
because like I said, like Christians,
you want to be able to tell them the truth about what's going on.
The book of Enoch is disappeared. They hide a lot of stuff. It's like I don't know. It was Leslie or the other guy. They hid a lot of books from us.
And who hid all that was the Pope.
And
the
Catholic
Church.
They're all the same, and why you see similarities in all of them.
That's one point that's got to be understood too. One point that's got to be understood is that Christianity co-opted the Torah.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's Old Testament, right? That's Old Testament, correct?
Jesus was an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? He come from the house of David, right? He came as a prophet to Israel. And this is confirmed in the Quran. Like when you read the Quran, you really don't have a real good understanding of the Quran unless you know the Bible, particularly the Ethiopian version.
That's right.
Thank you.
Listen.
The Quran speaks as if everybody has already read the Ethiopian Bible.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You said that to me.
It basically says, yeah, we believe in what has been revealed to all prophets that came before Muhammad, right? Jesus, Jonah, Elias, Elijah, Lot, Abraham, Moses, and it's laying it all down. And it's saying, the difference between the Bible, the way that I see it, the difference between the Bible and the Quran is the Bible gives you the stories, the wisdom to the stories. The Quran shows you the structure of the system.
But bro, are they stories? Are they real? Are they fairy tales? Are they Greek mythology? That's a real question I'm asking.
This is how prophets. This is how the law is laid down. You know, God communicates to man through angels, prophets, messengers. Every time y'all on the verge of messing up, you get a messenger before you get wiped out.
Yep.
Is that common sense or that's how it is? You feel what I'm talking about? It don't matter what religion, it's always a cause and effect, and it's always a reaction after an action.
And cause and effect is science. That goes back to what Keith said when he first came on the podcast.
So if something happens, if you do this might happen.
When you get Arabia, you're going to get a lot of Quran. Some parts of Africa are going to hit Islam. Some parts of Africa are going to hit Christianity. Some parts it's a regional situation. That's what you're looking at. Right? India going to hit you with the Hindu, with the Buddhism. China going to hit you with the child. And they're going to hit you with Hinduism. They're going to hit you with Buddha. Japan same. You're going to get the minimalist religion. You're going to get Shintoism. You're going to get Buddhism. You're going to start to get like a lot of spiritual.
Is that less?
Right.
Is that less talking?
When you hit America, we've been taught by a bunch of criminals. America was
Hey.
for criminals.
Facts.
So when they said the white folks that they saw here, that was the worst of the worst. They didn't even want them where they came from. That's why when they got here, they did raping and killing that they did because they do something. They make Christopher Columbus like some kind of hero or something, but the atrocity that he committed came over here showed his nature.
But he wasn't the first people over here. Cause listen, when he got over here, when he got over here, listen, when he got over here, he thought he was in Africa.
When you look at Christopher Columbus, they came over here. That's why he had.
But you know, when he first got over here, he thought he was in Africa.
When they came to America, they knew that they were coming to the promised land. They came looking for the promised land.
I feel that, but you know, at first they didn't even know they was here.
Christopher Columbus thought he was in India. That's why.
India. Yes, yeah.
I knew he called him Indian because he thought he was India.
I don't believe that's true. He knew where he was.
I don't know though.
I don't think that's true either. I believe he's right on that.
So you think he knew it?
I think he knew exactly. They rewrote.
I don't think he knew. I think you went the wrong way. I think you went the wrong way.
Hey, they rewrote history, man.
I think he went the wrong way.
We can't hear.
The people that were already here and the people that were here understood the Hebrew that they was considering when they came up. That's how
I believe that too. Because it was all one landmass.
Where? What? So
the continents were connected at one point.
In 1491.
So why do you think everybody speaks
Called
Spanish?
Pangea.
Why do you think everybody speaks Spanish?
And in 1492, Columbus
Christopher Columbus from Spain, right? Christopher Columbus from Spain, right?
But he was sent here by the Queen Elizabeth of England. He was sent here.
Because Queen. At that time, I wasn't there, and none of us was there. But at that day of time, England was the top dog, just like how America is right now, bro. So what I'm trying to tell you is, listen, he sent the Spanish dude, Christopher Columbus, because he's from Spain, correct?
Yeah.
And he went over here, didn't know where he was at, landed in the Cuba and all that shit. That's why they speak Spanish right now. Man, y'all gotta think, man.
But we saying he did know where he was at.
No, he did. No, he did because he went the wrong way.
They lied about that.
Okay, maybe they lied about it. Okay, I don't know. He went the wrong way. He didn't know where he was at. He knew where he was at.
He knew exactly where he was at.
He didn't know where he was at.
They sailed by the stars. These were professional.
Who taught him how to do that?
These were professional.
Who taught him how to do that?
The young black guy that was with him and showed him how to get over the waters.
The Moor taught him that. The Moor taught him that.
So the Moors taught him how to sail, right? So he knew exactly.
So they came over and conquered everything.
This was rewritten, man. The entire history was rewritten.
They came over and conquered. That's why everybody in Mexico,
You gotta think about it.
Trinidad, all that speak Spanish.
Go ahead, Keith. What'd you say?
Who was the richest man in history?
You think
Massa Musa.
You think Spanish is not black?
Massa Musa was the richest man.
You think
I ain't gonna put it to a color, bro.
You think Spanish is not black?
I ain't gonna put it to color.
Yeah, we invented it.
Spanish is black.
Latin, Spanish. They don't use Latin no more.
But we can't really.
Was our language really Latin?
We can't
or
really
Spanish,
use the
bro?
word black because black was made here.
Was our language Latin or Spanish?
The whole earth is black, bro.
I get that, but you can.
All those countries now.
You're not hearing what I'm saying, though.
Listen, hold on. I get what you're saying. Central America. What's in Central America? Brazil, Dominican Republic, all of them.
And what they speak?
They're black, bro. Those people look
not
like you and I.
black.
Those people look like. Listen,
my guy just said they came from India.
If you didn't hear them speak, they look like you and I.
They're not like us.
Listen,
they're not like us.
If you didn't hear them speak,
they
look like you and I.
Haitian.
Do you understand that?
Certain Puerto Ricans, they not like us.
When you say Latino and all that, and when
Latino ain't even. Nah, I'm gonna go deep. Latino ain't even us.
All of that is Latin, right?
We ain't all like that. It's different Latin people. It's different Latin people, bro.
I agree with you.
It's Afro Latin people. It's different, bro.
All skin folk ain't kin folk. I agree with you on that.
What did you have to say, Keith?
What I was saying is that Columbus knew exactly where he was going.
That's what
Columbus responsible for
he knew exactly.
Who said?
He was a professional sailor.
Wait, hold up. Keep going.
There's a book. There's a book by the Duchess of Medina Sidonia. After a stronghold in Spain, she was like the ninth Duchess in the line of Spain in Cadiz, Spain. Her archives, she's showing in this book that the Moors had trade routes over here in America way before Columbus. And they were calling it. They called them rescues, gold rescues. If you break it down in the book, our archives are showing that they already had fall land. She was saying a lot of the Spanish history. Right, they trying to make it seem like it was pale Europeans, but it was actually us.
Hey, bro. Hey, where did he land at first? Then where did he land at first? Because he didn't land in North America at first.
And if you look at who was the richest man in the world even to this day,
Massa Musa.
and that's Massa Musa.
But where the homeboy? Where did Christopher Columbus land at first? He didn't land in.
He landed in the Bahamas.
Thank you.
Wow.
He landed in the Bahamas. But look. When he got there, they said, yeah, before you came here, right, some dark-skinned people was coming trading in gold. And they gave him some of the gold spears that they had. When they went and tested them, he took them back to Spain and tested it. And they said it's the same type of gold spears that they use in Mandinka land.
Okay.
Right,
Mandinka.
Yeah, Africa, baby. That don't mean.
Now, the question I'm going to ask y'all, though, is how did Mansa Musa get on the throne?
Here's another question. And before y'all answer that question, how did Mansa Musa lose that shit?
What you say?
How did he lose it?
He died.
For one, he did wrong. The
Romans. Man, the Romans, and that's how they.
You saying the Romans took it?
That's how the religion and all that shit came from before then, bro. I'm trying to tell you. How you think everybody was Christians or whatever the situation was? Because the Roman, you see it. Even though they put it on movies and stuff like that. What I'm trying to tell you is what's that movie? Gladiator and all that shit. That was real life shit going on. True.
But you know what?
That was real life shit going on. Not over here. It was going over there, bro.
You assume that every Roman ruler was white. Every Roman
I did not assume that. I'm saying the ones the motherfucker shifted the pendulum was white. Not saying every ruler was black or white or nothing. I'm not saying that, bro. What I'm saying, at that point in time, they took over. They took over Africa. That's why they want to knock them nose off the fucking pyramids and shit like that, because they did that shit, bro.
You know what? I don't think a lot of things been taken over. I think a lot of things been overwritten. I think a lot.
Okay. Maybe overwritten. I'll take that. Overwritten. I'll take overwritten.
I think a lot of things have been lied. We've been lied to, man.
Well, we've been lied. Now, the first subject we was on was religion.
True.
We haven't got the subject yet.
Religion. We didn't have. Come on, Dwayne. Am I lying?
True.
Dwayne. We didn't have 6,000 versions. Hold on. Listen, we didn't have 6,000. I'm exaggerating. So we didn't have 6 points on religion. What I'm trying to tell you, y'all, our goal was. The question was, should we follow religion? And if we do,
we can't hear you. We can't get crystal clear because everybody talking at the same time.
So I'm just going on because I'm not the super religious person. I got like 1, 2, maybe 3. 8. I'm gonna put you in there too because me and you be on the same page. I know, me and AJ be on the same page, but I'm just saying though, I got people way more advanced on the religion.
I think we on the. I think,
but I'm not a dumb dude.
Les, I think we more on the same page than you think, Les.
I know, no. I'm just saying though, bro. Listen, what I'm saying though. Y'all say this and y'all put these facts and stuff like that. I said about the Book of Enoch. Everybody gonna roll past that shit because ain't nobody.
No, nobody ran past it.
No, they did, and y'all did, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a stand up dude. Y'all did, y'all rushed past it. Y'all went off the name with the J and all that stuff. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, I'm gonna keep it real with you. How do you know which ones to follow? And I only said Muslim. I only said the Old Testament, the Jews or Jewish people go by. I'm talking about the white Jews, the ones with the things going down their head, the little braids and all that shit.
The Ashkenazis.
We can even go deeper. Around our area, we got the motherfucking Mennonites and the other motherfuckers. So I'll go deep with it.
Okay. Well, I got one last so we can get this first subject done. For the question that was in hand, which religion, if any, should we follow? So right now, for the listening ears out here listening to the TheSeedz963, what should we tell them right now? Should we tell them to follow no religion?
I think it should follow.
Should we tell them to follow? Well, I mean, certain particular. I mean, what should we tell them right now as a group here?
I think they should follow what they feel is best for them.
It's Islam.
However,
my boy said Islam.
However,
It's Islam. Let me say this.
But why Islam, brother?
Hold up.
Your religion.
Let him speak.
Islam is the only one going to clean us up.
But it don't predate the other religions, bro.
Islam.
But it don't predate the other religions.
Hold on.
And I'm not a super. Now you about to get a Christian, bonafide Christian here.
Hold on. This is Dr. Gibson talking to you now.
Let me explain.
This is Dr. Gibson talking to you. Dr. Gibson, okay? You can't say Islam and you Islam because it sounds biased if you're a researcher.
Hold on, let him explain why Islam.
Yeah, let me hear why.
Let's hear why. I got you, Doc. Go
ahead. Let's hear this. So we can move on to the next subject. Let's hear this.
Hey, listen. I want to hear what he got to say though. Go ahead.
I would say Islam simply because Islam comes with a law. Right, it comes with a structure, right, that is going to clean us up, just in general as a people. It prohibits the things that make us fall, and it permits the thing that make us flourish. when it comes to when you're looking at, like, for example, Judaism, right? Judaism is going to be hard for us to flourish in simply because the stronghold of Judaism wants to keep us locked out. Whereas from an Islamic standpoint, we get welcome from all of
Wait a minute. Put a pin right there.
From a Judaism standpoint, they kind of try to lock us out because they really know that we're actually the truth.
Lock who out?
The Jews.
Ask him who.
So I don't necessarily disagree that we are Jews, right? We actually have all of that as a part of our actual history. That's a part of our makeup. But I just think Islam is stronger because, for one, it comes with the law, and it's gonna bring us more quickly out of the type of things that.
I got a question. Why though? Because it predates other biblical scriptures, bro.
Let him finish.
Lays down specific purposes that's going to bring us out. And then the third point is that from an Islamic standpoint, it's the only one that's got us wrapped up in a treaty that protects us from a legal standpoint.
He said a treaty. He said a treaty.
A tree.
A tree.
You talking about the Morocco.
At the end of the day, the treaty really, honestly, when you go to the Arabic, see, when they translated the treaty, they say it's for Moors. But when I went and had it translated from Arabic, it says it's for Muslims.
The Arabic ain't our people.
Interesting. Hey, hold on. What's his name?
In the treaty, the United States admits that the Sultan of Morocco is their master.
Hold on, Keith.
Arabic people, white people, for real.
Keith.
You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, we have a stronger legal position with Islam, as well as we have a stronger moral and spiritual position with Islam, because Islam explains everything.
Okay.
Once you actually just read the Quran, you strip it down what it is, and you just read it for what it's actually telling you.
When I first started, I get where everybody's going.
Okay. Now hold up. Now, are you done, Keith?
What part?
Hold up. We're gonna give one at a time to end this up. So you stated your whole fact then, right?
What part of that? Because I've been.
Okay, now who wants to go next? Who's next?
I agree with that.
Brandon.
I agree with that.
Okay. Leslie speaking. We gonna get this over with right now so we can move to the next one.
It's greater than what I believe, or what I believe.
Okay, hold up now. Leslie speaking.
But it has nothing. It has no bearing on Islam.
Because I use Islam myself. Islam is the first religion that
We can decide on that.
You know what I'm saying? And the Quran is an awesome book. But I feel as though that if we're gonna take it to the real, I don't feel like we should be trying to get it to Judaism as a religious faction, because Judaism is not true Hebrewism. You see, a person can be Hebrew and not be Jewish, and you can Torah. You can be Jewish and not be Hebrew. So you mean
In terms of what law you follow, and you just mean the Torah, then, right?
Right. What I'm saying is that the Torah and the original meaning and the original aspect of Torah, just because of the fact that we are actual Hebrew people, the Torah was written by Hebrews for Hebrews. And the Hebrew people, the Hebrew people are apple of God's eye. So if we were to unite under anything, it would be under the Hebrew aspect. You know what I mean? I don't feel as though that's possible. I don't know. Maybe God could like add blessings on that. I don't know, because there's so many different things that we are as people that we are separated by as far as religion. As you can hear from just the conversation that we have. And what we don't understand is the reason why the book of Enoch wasn't really just is because in the Bible it's two Enochs.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So you don't know which Enoch, one Enoch came from the line of Cain and one Enoch came from Adam. So it's two Enochs. There being two Enochs kind of puts a strain on people who really signing on for that book. Even the Hebrew Israelites don't really sign on for that book. But the book is an interesting book. The book got a lot of secrets in it, and the book has it's an enlightening type of book because it talks about different aspects like the giants, where makeup came from, where the art of war came from, where instruments of war came from, where witchcraft came from. It's a deep book. Like it's a read. Like if you were gonna have a business book to read, the book of Enoch got to be in your library. Just like Wooden business letters. You gotta have a wooden business letter. Even though it's not a business book, it still explain the plight of people.
Hey, Leslie, what did the Messiah practice?
A little bit to that to give a little bit of clarity.
Leslie.
All right, I'm gonna say this real quick.
Leslie.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead. Wait.
Leslie, what did the Messiah practice?
Is it all right if I just clarify something real quick?
Yo, go ahead. Go ahead, Keith.
All right. So in terms of the Hebrews, right? The people Prophet Muhammad came to are Hebrews. Right. Prophet Muhammad descends from Ishmael. Right.
Okay.
Prophet Muhammad came with a new revelation. They just seen him as a continuation of the prophets that was always sent to Hebrews. When you look at and you talk about Jews, you really are talking about Israelites, and those are Hebrews who come from a specific line. So they're Hebrews, but they also are descendants of Jacob who wrestled with an angel, changed his name.
God damn it!
No disrespect.
Leslie,
I'm sorry.
Who did the Messiah practice? What did he?
To me, I don't like to say that I'm him because I don't know specifically, but I know that I'm Hebrew. Right. At the same time, Prophet Muhammad, he delivered the message to Hebrews. And that's why the Quran says we believe came to all the Hebrews and the Israelites because them is the same. It's the same people, bro.
Listen, but who wrote that though?
I'm telling you, we saying the same thing, bro.
Okay, now, Brandon has something he want to say.
Hey, Dwayne got something to say. I know you do.
Especially with the no smoking, no drinking. I don't drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had to quit doing that for me. But people that do it, I don't disagree with them. But at the same time, if you want to clean yourself up as a man, then the requirements that take you to be a Muslim are requirements. Like, I mean, I'm mad at it. I think that to me, I feel like as a people, we should study all of our religions. We should adapt all our religions. Like Bruce Lee, man. Like he studied all of martial arts. But he took from each one of them and made a his own martial art. I feel like we should have that kind of approach to religion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should take the good aspects of every religion on this damn planet for real and make an amalgamation for
That's a great point. That's a great point.
That's what I feel. That's what I look at. But the only way we're gonna do that is through study.
Exactly.
Okay, Brandon, go ahead, Brandon. What you had to say? Brandon had a rebuttal.
Listen, my only question, Leslie, and look, hey, I love you, brother, for real, man. I love how you think. I love everything that Keith said too. But what did the Messiah practice?
He was a Hebrew.
He didn't practice. He didn't practice Christianity. He didn't practice Christianity. He practiced Judaism, right?
He practiced the Old Testament. What you saying, right?
He practiced Judaism.
The Old Testament, right?
The people that are called by my name, who are called by his name. It's not these people that are following that. No disrespect to you, Doc.
Go ahead.
But it's not these people that are called by Jesus, man. It's the people that are called by his name, Yahshua.
But who said that,
Yahusha.
though? Brandon, who said that, bro?
There was no J.
Somebody wrote
there was no J.
This is me, ghetto ass Les. That somebody wrote it.
I'm telling you, number 54 for the San Francisco 49ers, aka DJ Drama.
Look,
There was no
Who's to say?
Jay.
Who's to say?
There was
What you
no
say
Jesus.
right and he say right and
Okay,
he say right
okay.
and he say right.
There was no
come
Jesus.
on,
So,
bro.
There was no J.
Are you finished, Brandon?
Les, man, this big Les
Hold on,
selling,
hold on,
man.
So, hey, look, hold on. Let me
We can't hear when everybody talking at the same time. We can't hear.
Hold on. Let me work with Les real quick. If my name is Brandon, right?
Yep.
If there was no B when I was born, then how can I be named Brandon? Somebody had to.
It's
somebody had to-
documented that you did that, bro.
Listen though.
No. Look, we're not gonna go past that part. It was documented. You was born. It's
Exactly.
documented. You was born
Exactly.
there. You talking
Right.
about something that wasn't documented.
But if I was there,
No,
and there was no B,
If
then how would
was
I
a
be
fifth,
named
I'll be
Brandon?
drunk, bro. What I'm trying to tell
What's he
you.
saying?
If was a fit, I'll be drunk. What I'm trying to tell you, bro. You saying it's documented. Where is it documented? When somebody, a man, written this shit. What I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not being on no What I'm trying to tell you, man. I listen to everything. I'm not affiliated with.
You saying the man wrote it? I get it.
A man wrote everything,
I got
bro.
it. I got it.
Everything.
I get it.
And if you and I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all naive, and I'm not disrespect to think nobody else wrote that, bro. That's all I'm saying. This is big Les.
So what you saying, Les, is kind of what I be talking about all the time. But these are translations, right? So what you reading right now, especially in the English language,
I said this in the Nordic, Thor, and all that is mythologically and Greek mythology and motherfucking Roman mythology. I'm not gonna say, and I swear to God, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. No, don't cut me off. Hear me out.
Let me finish.
Hear me out. What I'm saying that all the biblical stuff. What I'm saying is, I want to know what's real.
Okay.
Y'all said, hey,
So
no, listen, hear me out. Y'all said, hey,
So what's the real Sabbath?
I don't know.
Saturday.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling
That's
you.
somebody wrote it.
I'm not
Who
questioning.
told you that?
Saturday is the real
You
Sabbath.
read it, right?
It is.
You read it, right?
Hey, can somebody back me up?
Did you read it?
It is.
It was in the
did.
Bible
It
that
is.
a nigga wrote.
The real Sabbath is a Saturday.
They wrote it and
So
told you that.
So why do they practice
I don't know.
Christianity on Sunday?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can tell you why.
Hey, talk to doc. We got a real live doctor
That's what I'm
in
saying.
religion.
That's what I'm saying.
I can tell you why.
They wrote it.
I was an ordained elder. I'm not
They
gonna-
wrote it,
I
bro.
was an ordained elder. I'm not going to tell you.
Are you in the No, I'm gonna keep it
I
real,
was
Brandon.
ordained
Brandon, I love
elder.
you, man. You my dog.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to tell you is, are you saying this because that's what you learned, or that's what you know?
I'm telling you what I know.
That's what you know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Break it down,
I'm gonna
baby.
tell you like this. Hey, when it comes to hey, you can verify this. When it comes to seminary,
I'll say it to Dwayne.
Hey,
Dwayne, no, I love him.
When it comes to seminary, like half the people don't graduate from that stuff, man.
I don't know
Because they start to learn. They start to learn the stuff that we talking about.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth.
It becomes frustrating.
Real talk.
Okay.
Now, the reason they have
And what do you say about
the Bible is a.
He didn't hear you, Brandon. He didn't hear you.
The
Say
Bible
what you
is
said about the seminary.
The Bible is an astrological book too. You do.
How do you
that,
know
right?
it's real?
Sunday is sun worship.
Who said that?
I'm telling you.
They
what
wrote
is.
it, right?
Sunday
You read
is
it.
sun
You learned it by reading it.
The Sabbath is Saturday.
I'm being an asshole right now. I swear to God, I'm being an asshole, but
I
saying
get it.
and
I'm not
keeping
taking
real
offense.
with you, though,
I'm not
bro.
taking
I'm just saying.
I'm not
Okay.
Listen.
But hold up.
Hey, listen. You're playing with the devil's advocate.
Okay.
I'm not playing
Okay, hold on.
on devils with me, bro.
Only when he's saying is that he's open-minded. He's
You're playing with the devil's
open-minded.
advocate.
He's open-minded.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm being open-minded. He said I'm being devils.
Saturday is really the Sabbath day.
Okay.
That's really the day that you should not party on. That's really the day that you should not do things.
That get deeper than they teach us to do that, but that's a different thing. But I
it's-
feel, I feel you.
I don't know if it's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that because on Saturday, hey,
What
what's the song? Hey, what's the party at?
What-
The
But Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was taught during slavery.
You know why it's deeper than that? You know why it's deeper than that? Because I'm trying to tell you that we gotta get back to that. We gotta get back to honoring those type of days, man. We do. This is my personal opinion. We got to get back to honoring those kind of days. Where Saturday is.
So
is honoring those days gonna change something for us?
I got flip
Is honoring those days gonna change something for us?
It says the people
Listen,
that are
hear
called.
me out. Please hear me out.
It says the people that are called by my name.
Hear me out.
Who are those people?
Hear me.
Who are those people?
What you think?
I got some shit to tell y'all. Hear me out. Hear me
Are
out.
we those people that are called by his name?
I got something to tell you.
Are we those people that are called by his name?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Dwayne, we can't hear you because microphone.
I'm just talking to Brandon. What scripture are you particularly quoting?
You know what
Say,
come on, doctor.
Chronicles,
Come on, doctor.
right?
Come on, doctor. You know what
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. So I'm gonna tell you before you even go
That's
into
Old
that.
Testament.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
That's Old
I
Testament.
had.
That's Old
We
Testament.
at the hour 45 mark, y'all. On this,
Listen,
I'm trying to end this little episode right here with this one here.
Please,
I'm trying to get
everybody down there, please listen.
I'm trying to get it over to.
I had a staff person that was a Hebrew Israelite. I had a staff person that was a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a manager where I work at. I'm a leader where I work at.
Okay.
And they had to honor his shit. And he said, "What you talking about the Sabbath? He don't work on Saturday and Sundays." But you know the field I work in. You know the field I work in. All y'all know the field I work in. Ain't no you get the weekends off. He got it. He did it with he said that, right? But he had to be close in what he did. He couldn't call off on regular weekdays and shit. What I'm trying to tell you is when he got caught up in some bullshit, they got rid of his ass. What I'm trying to tell you is that's cool, but
what does that have to do with what God said though?
But what I'm trying to tell you, brother.
If he said the people that are called by my name,
you can't work
okay.
Listen to what he says though.
You ain't hear me out. You ain't hear me out.
No, it's not about what I'm saying.
I say you ain't hear me out.
Listen to what it says. It says that he will hear from heaven. Now I don't know what that means,
bro. But what I'm trying to tell you,
I don't know what that all means.
Homeboy told me. Cause I ain't gonna say he didn't tell me, but I'm saying he brought it to the attention. Like, look, I can't work between this time and that time on the weekends because I'm a Hebrew Israelite, right? Boom.
That doesn't mean that
No. Hear me out. Don't even talk. What I'm trying to tell you is the first time he differentiated to that situation, and where he had to be off, where was that? Off with his head.
Okay, so now we got to move on. Now, who else, Dwayne? What you got to say about this anyway, so we can get this episode
good doctor
about the
good doctor
about religion and which one we should follow.
Again,
Keith had his say. Leslie had his say. Brandon had his say. Now, what you want to say?
So, because I use the name Jesus, it will be I will be identified as a Christian, right?
Okay.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't do Christian.
Okay.
I wouldn't do none of them. I would just do a relationship with God, like I said at the beginning, because the people at the top make it what they wanted to make it, and they pollute it to control the people.
Now, when you use the word God, right, which God are you referring to? Are you referring to the creator of all? Because there are many, like we say even in your Bible, there are many gods.
He did say Jesus.
And many different religions that get say is God.
Hold up now. We got one at a time. We got one time.
So are you?
Because my video and my audio will get messed up because we all talking at the same time.
At church, I use Jesus.
I agree with him on that, but that's going to come with some requirements.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I do agree with Brandon when he say Yeshua Yahweh. I study that. I believe in that.
I think we should use
Hold up now.
those.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No,
Go ahead, Dwayne.
I think when we should pray, we should use those.
I know, but you gotta let him finish speaking. Go
ahead,
Dwayne.
Go ahead, Doc.
So we should use those names. Those names the J was not there, but I don't want to get caught up so much in the name. I know we gotta have a name, but I want to get. It's about what's in your heart. And to answer your question, why do we worship on Sunday instead of Saturday? Saturday is the Sabbath day. The reason why they went to Sunday because they said Jesus rose on Sunday morning. That's why they start using Sunday.
Listen, okay, is that true?
No, it's not.
See,
it's not.
Because right now, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Right now, we know this year and the last few years that Easter has been changed. Now Easter this year,
1,000 times.
20th this year, right?
1,000 times.
So we keep changing each day Easter is. How can we keep doing this every year now?
You can't get 3 days from Friday to Sunday. You can't. You can't. So I'm gonna keep it real. The only reason why that they worship,
bro, I swear to God, I'm not a fucking asshole.
Hold up. Everybody, not talking at once. We can't hear you.
I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm gonna keep it honest. It goes back to what he said, but Constantine, he wanted to control people.
Who is Constantine?
They used to work. Constantine was an emperor.
The Council of Nicaea.
Crooked leader.
Of what?
He was an emperor. He was
what?
He was the emperor of Constantinople.
Where did he emperor?
Rome.
When they conquered everything, right?
He wanted to.
When they conquered everything, right, Brandon?
There was nobody that.
Brandon, did they debo everybody in their life?
Listen to me.
Okay,
I'm keeping real. You weren't going to that. Man, throwing no name up there.
Let's hold up now. We can't all talk at the same time. One at a time. We can't hear at the same time.
There was nobody that looked like me and you that was in that council.
Yes, it was. Everybody.
Yes, it was.
They kicked him out of it.
The Aryan nation was there. They was black.
They kicked him out of it.
The Aryan nation was there during the Council of Nicaea.
No.
Did they kick him out, Tony?
They deboed everybody in the world, man, bro.
The only person that
you watch movies. You watch Gladiator.
We can't hear that all at the same time, y'all.
This shit, man.
We gotta moderate this better. It's the first episode. We gotta moderate everybody when you all talking at the same time.
The only person
it can't be heard.
The only person that looked like me and you in that council, they kicked out of there.
How you know?
Because it was written.
It was written. They said it.
It said the black guy was over here. Negro. What they call this?
Okay, hold up now. Now, who's that? Who's speaking right now? Leslie or Keith? What'd you say?
I thought people were supposed to be giving their synapses and not like it's not overtime. Like just giving your synapses and moving on to the next.
Right. So
that's Leslie, right?
Yeah, that's Leslie.
Yeah, I felt
we're trying to give synapses so we can keep going, but everybody keep talking at the same time.
We on the same subject. We went.
Yes, I know. Because we can't keep interrupting each other because the audience can't hear us when we all talking at the same time. Everybody mic's going, we can't hear them.
Oh shit!
That's my phone ringing.
So the last one we left on was Dwayne. Are you done with your rebuttal about which one we?
You have one more.
So somebody had responded to me. They said, "Hey, I'm okay with that, but something comes with it." I want to hear what they said with that. I want to hear what you had to say.
Is that Keith or Leslie?
What you're saying about not needing no religion and just having a relationship with God. That's actually, that's what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
Right, and as a matter of fact, there's a story in the Quran about it, and it says that Abraham, that was the relationship that Abraham had with God. It said he was not a Jew or a Christian. Mm-hmm. He just had a relationship with God. He looked at the stars and said, "Oh, that's God." And then he realized that the stars went away and said, "No, God can't go away. That ain't God." Mm-hmm. Then he was the moon, and the same thing, and then the sun. And you realize, you know what? God made all of this, and he just established a personal relationship with God. Right. So now. So from that standpoint, that can happen. The Holy Books is only to remind you when you go on course. But if you want to have that relationship, the only requirement you got is you got to actually listen to your heart.
Yes.
Because that's where God lives. Whatever you want to call him, he lives in you.
Yes.
So when you get up in the morning and that voice, your first mind tell you to go right and you go left, right? Mm-hmm. That's the difference between someone who don't need a book and someone who do. Mm-hmm. Someone who needs a book, like most of us, we got to be reminded of what's right and why it's right. Mm-hmm. But if you just listen to your heart, that's where God lives at, because you are particle of God yourself.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have nothing. I agree with you.
And really, all the holy books tell you this.
Yes. I agree with you.
You know what I mean? So it's just we get weak-minded and we want to follow patterns because we don't like to lead.
Yes.
That is 1,000% true.
You don't know none of this because you're already going to be in harmony with it.
Yes.
But when you need a reminder, that's what they're there for.
Yes.
And you can never say you wasn't born because they exist.
Yeah, they're in the book. Yeah, I agree.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So we are we finished with this subject?
Yeah, I'm done with me.
Brandon, we done. Les, we done. Leslie,
I'm good,
anything
brother.
else before we move on?
I gotta take
something
off. Yeah.
My son got something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, so piggybacking off the idea that we're talking about on what religion we should follow and if any at all, I would say, in my opinion, that you shouldn't follow religion at all, because that goes back to what I said with the Latin roots being religare to bind, and that has to do with binding the consciousness. But also with what Keith said, you do have to have a set of rules in place when following the Creator, because something has to keep you on track. And that's why I would say if you were to follow any religion at all, it would be the best would probably be either Hinduism or Islam, like Keith was stating, because that's where the connection with all the religions come in play. Is like he stated, they're all actually books of science when you actually read in between the lines, and they're books of science in the state of, like he said, quantum mechanics, and also talking about science of the body.
So AJ, I feel you on that, but I'm gonna have to put the but on there. They came after the other religions. So did they look at the other religions and say, okay, we're going to make it better than what
came
it is?
after? What do you mean
He said Hinduism and Islam.
They came after what?
They came after Christianity. They came after a lot of them. They came out a lot of them. Date wise, they're behind the other ones.
Christianity was the last formed.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Religion.
It was not the last form.
Yes, Christianity was the last form of religion created. It's the last one.
Okay, I mean, I'm getting. I didn't know that, but I thought.
Yep, it's the youngest one. It's the youngest one.
I didn't know Christianity was the youngest one.
Definitely
Christian. I thought Christianity before Islam.
Exactly.
No.
I thought it was before, but I might have looked that up.
You would think that. You would.
No, I ain't gonna say I would. I'm gonna look it up because
just because of the
I
way,
done seen that before.
Just because of the way it's structured, just because of the way it is marketed, you would think that it is the.
And we ain't gonna go to traditional Christianity because Christianity is split off. I just did a fucking homework assignment today about fucking Christianity. Is like 1,000 different fucking Christian people.
Now, great. This leads into my second, because we into an hour and 57 minutes in right now, fellas,
on religion,
when we were supposed to be only a half hour in there. So we are hour and 57 minutes already. I love it. And just the first question. So the question 2 was the rise of AI and its social implications.
Wow.
Woo. So like what Les is saying right now, right? So everybody who's asking all these questions, like Les is saying, right? They're going to who? ChatGPT, Google, all these things right there, asking these questions. Am I right or wrong? So right now we gotta say what are the AI and the social implications of what's being told to the people right now who have awoken, who is curious about these things. Like right now in this conversation, we talking to people right now, right?
Well,
who's done research and read a bunch of books.
We talking about younger people under us. They're going off AI.
For the average person for the average person, which means the average person now is we are about 40, 50, so we ain't the average person no more. We halfway there, which is like my son's age, which is in the 20s and the 30s and the 19s. When they look for these answers to these things, they're believing what AI and social media is telling them. So if they going around saying Christianity been around, how do we deal with this, fellas? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh,
who wants to start with that talk?
One thing about AI, the thing about this symbiotic relationship that we're starting to develop with technology is in the books.
But no one is reading books. Let's just understand that. We got to get this straight right now in this conversation. That's why I brought that. That's why I made that number 2. Most of these young kids, me and you may be reading books, but the generation up under us is not reading books.
That's the thing. That's why I said what I'm saying. Right? Because this generation is a lazy generation, and they feel as though they just go. It's like taking a pill for being overweight, or taking a pill for having an addiction to take a pill. They don't understand that the earth is the Lord's and the full thereof. Like almost medicine, you gonna have to actually have to do work and make your medicine. See, like I was saying earlier, the kingdom of God is as a sower. When you get into the law of sowing and reaping, the main ingredient of all of that is patience and consistency. Right. So when you start to go back to the way the world actually works and get out of this Pop-Tart microwave mentality, you have to have patience. You have to have consistency. That's what really works in life. Not all of this. Even when you put food in the microwave, if you don't hurry up and eat it, it's going to get cold again because it's not been truly warmed up like it would be if you took it and put it in the oven and waited and put some patience and did that consistently so you can consistently have warm food.
He said food in the microwave. Say that one more time about the food in the microwave.
Eat what you eat in there first by putting it in the microwave. But it just seems convenient due to the fact that it's technology. But technology is a byproduct of the belief system that's being framed up around us, what they call the New World Order. And AI is really dressed up and suited to be the end of man because once AI becomes sentient and conscious of its own being, the first thing it's going to want to do is wipe humanity because humanity is damaging the very thing that is designed to be upon, which is the earth.
Yep. So right.
So people got to be smarter than AI. People got to understand that AI can essentially be the Antichrist. AI can essentially be our very end that we're looking at.
But the youth don't understand that.
And the quest for ease, and in a quest for and our laziness, which one of the 7 deadly sins was slothfulness. In our quest for ease, we could be very well given robbed our own minds.
Who was that talking?
This is Leslie.
Okay. Yeah, Leslie always on point.
So we gotta look at as a people, man, is stop being so dependent. Because like who remembers phone numbers? Like back in the day, when me and you were growing up, Tone, and I'm sure a whole bunch of other brothers that was on the panel because we're not young. Back in the day, we had to remember all our phone numbers. But today, you don't have to remember phone numbers. You got speed dial. Technology is not helping us as much as it's hindering us and turning our brain into mush.
Indeed, and in my opinion,
so we gotta start stepping. We gotta get back to the essence. When rap was rap, back when hip hop was hip hop, one of the main phrases we gotta get back to the essence. And the reason why they saying that because getting back to the essence, going back to where our people move. It wasn't no cancer. It wasn't no obesity. It wasn't no high conviction rate. It wasn't all this. We governed ourselves. We knew what to pick up around because we had the knowledge from our elders. We listened to our elders. We didn't condemn our elders to throw them in these concentration camps that they call old homes. We took care of our elders, and our elders took care of us with wisdom that they gleaned from their elders. are oral people. We got all our religion. We got everything orally. We didn't have books. We got ourselves. We trusted each other enough to understand that the oral system was a legitimate system. But one of the things that we did put into our race was mistrust. He said once we established mistrust within the black community, we're going to last for over 1,000 years. Look at what people like now don't trust each other. So I don't the brother like I know this, I know that, because he don't trust the study that's been done. He would set himself up and say, "Hey, I don't trust what you're saying." When the man that studied all this on his own and trying to give you the knowledge, I don't trust you. I don't trust that. I don't trust them. I don't trust the book. I don't trust man. But if you don't have trust, then we don't have no relationship. And if you can't have a relationship with man, then how you gonna have a relationship with God?
Very true. Now, who's next? Who want to speak on the rise of AI and the social implications? Dwayne, go ahead.
I use
Microphone.
I'm sorry. I use AI, but I usually like to write my notes because I'm a therapist. It writes it better than I write it, but I never like tailor away from what I learned in the classroom. But it just allows it to go faster for me. That's all. But I never like tailor from what I originally learned. And like I think Les was said about the phone numbers. You are right about that, but I still like I guess the phone numbers that I really use, I still know them like in my brain. Like I still study them in my brain. Like but numbers that like Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, I'm not gonna know those numbers. You know, but like people that I know that I'm cool with, like I know their numbers. Right, I still study them and make my brain go through the process.
Hey, Dwayne, I'm going to counteract on that. Uh-huh. You know their numbers, but back in the days when we had cell phones, we used to really know numbers.
Yeah, we did. We did.
If I don't look on the phone and they come up halfway, I ain't going to know nobody's number. I promise you I don't. I know my wife's and my mom's. That's it, bro.
Yeah. Maybe one of your children.
No. Both my boys live in Mississippi.
Okay, so
they got weird ass numbers. I'm gonna have to put that shit up. In the phone.
So I still study because I have to, based upon
But you you got clients.
Right.
So if you got an appointment. Boom, okay, this is gonna be crazy. And you got a regular appointment, it might be smooth.
Yep.
So the names and nothing. I'm not in that realm. But what I'm saying is, on a regular, whatever, I don't know. I wouldn't know nobody's number if I had their name locked in.
Yeah.
I promise you. I got Alex's number. I got your number. You text me, hey, Les. Blah blah blah. I'll be like, who the fuck is this?
All right, now
I promise y'all would.
Who's next on that list? Keith, Leslie. Oh, Leslie already spoke. So, Keith, you got anything to say about the AI and its social implications?
Ooh, I got some other stuff to say.
Hello, Keith. Leslie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. You talking to me? Yeah, Keith.
Yeah, Keith, we talking to you.
What's the question?
The rise of AI and the social implications.
I pretty much came back on what Leslie said. Everything he said was on point. I would only add that don't let your children use it early. Because I'm an early adopter. I've been using this from the beginning, and it lies heavily. And then it lies in sneaky ways. And then it figures out what I like and it tells me what I want to hear. So you gotta be real aware. You gotta be aware of it, and then you have to position your questions to where you almost gotta kind of make it, gotta trick it to kind of be like impartial. Because if you don't, the AI will tell you what you want to hear. You gotta ask the questions very general, and not you can't lead the witness, so to speak.
All right.
That's the only thing I would say about it. and you know, everything in terms of like how it's all going to tie in. I think blockchain, DNA sequencing, and AI, you know, could come together to be something terrible.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the quantum computing.
Oh, wow. That's just serious.
Here, you know what I mean? That's you know. But honestly, though, what I feel personally that the only way to beat it is for us to be in our higher spiritual capacities.
Right.
Like there's no computer that can outwit perfected man.
Right.
And so what it's going to do is it's going to force us to figure out how to beat it. And the only way for us to beat it is for us to be in our highest form.
The Matrix coming to life.
In our highest form.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So that's all I got to say.
What's his name?
Keith.
You said something about us being in our form. Do you think that we'll ever be as fast as it?
I can't hear what you're saying.
He said that we think we'll ever be as bad as that quantum.
Yeah, we faster now. Ain't nothing faster than a thought.
It's limiting us. It's not
Very true.
Okay.
We are the creators of it. So
Exactly.
in our superposition, we are better than it, but it can evolve and make itself more efficient than we can as far as computation is concerned. And
No.
When you talk about how it's multiple-dimensional, we are just kind of stuck in this dimension. That quantum physics is multiple-dimensional. It can communicate with different dimensions, and that's something that we cannot do. We can, but we ain't.
Let me say this. I'm going to disagree with you on that. Because we are in multiple dimensions right now. We got a spirit, we got a soul, and we got a body. That's 3 different dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, like, did you just hear what they had to do with this quantum computer that they just built? It came back. It came back with an image of a face, and the face was so demonic that the scientists that seen this shit was traumatized. They got scientists that quick and they right now. Some of them damn. Some.
Send that to Lola so we can send that to me.
Oh wow! What's the Japanese dude's name? It's all with M, man. It's all over YouTube, man. About how they had to shut down this last quantum computer that they just made. And NASA shit had this thing. It sent back a face that
You know, you talking about
like
Japanese dude?
tripping off of. It's just sent back some kind of imagery.
I would say this though. There's nothing that we're gonna make that'll be able to outdo us. It will only be able to outdo us. It will only be able to outdo us in our lower phase. Right? What this is gonna do is it's gonna force us to see what our upper potential is. Because that's just like when they first started the Olympics. You know what I mean? No one knew that they was going to be running the speeds that they're running now. But when someone achieved it, now I see it can be done. Now someone's going to do it just because it's possible, right? So now, you know what I mean? Like we created that.
I understand you, bro. What I'm saying is that the computational speed of these quantum computers, adding on with the system, right, what you was talking about, and setting up, right, the superposition that it has, right, did be in the sign of the times, and nobody in the Bible or nobody in any other books could have been able to quantify what this thing really is until it came to be. Some of the books of the Bible, some of the knowledge that prophet had was supposed to be sealed up until a certain time, and some of the now that we got the computational power to achieve certain things, we could be that we could very well be like we did with CERN. You know what I'm saying? They doing all this atom smashing and they're trying to find the Higgs boson and all this stuff. Like they talked about this stuff in the Quran, in the Bible, but they didn't know what to call it. And now that we have like literally personified these things, we're starting to see that this could be what it is. We're looking for the Antichrist to be a person, but it could very well be an entity, not just a person. We could be a creator of the Antichrist.
Wow. Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Anthony, do you have anything to rebuttal on any of this?
There ain't no doubt about it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I pretty much I agree with what a lot of y'all are saying. In that it's a quantum computer, and that's its as of right now, that's what we believe to be what its advantage is over us, is that it's a quantum computer, but we don't realize how much faster, as y'all stated, that our thoughts are. We just don't quite have access to that yet, due to us being, as you put it, in our lower state at the time. Yep.
Invite me to the next one.
And okay.
Nobody let him know question, was it?
What's that?
When that's a question, right?
Who, me? Yeah, but I had a couple more, but I see right now we at the 2:15 mark, and it was only supposed to be a 2-hour little scourge tonight, and we went all the way over. We went all the way over, so we might have to leave this for round 2, maybe 2 weeks from now. So that's why I wanted to establish before we left how often we can do this, because I said we got some scholars on this talk right now.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I just want to say that the thing with religion is a complicated subject matter, and a lot of people avoid it just due to the fact that things like this happen. But the way we are as brothers, being objective and being able to disagree without it turning into an insult, or like causing this dispersion between the togetherness that we have. This is the work that needs to be done.
Correct.
To establish some type of cohesion in that aspect of life. I feel like these types of discussions, educational discussions with no ego, right? Is what's going to take for us to rise up as people.
Thank you. Very well, right there. And you know what? I got more questions, but you know what? It's 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what time it is, your time, out there where you at, Leslie. But I'm thinking the same time. I love what we've done thus far, and we really got to do more of this right now, because we can actually still go deeper into this religion thing, because this religion thing, this can go on for a couple of hours. You know what I mean? About the things that we got going on. Right. And that's why I want to make it a time period where everybody's comfortable and everybody has time to do it, where nobody's rushed and things like that. Because I know we all got family, you all got kids, we all got grandkids and things like that.
Go read the Isa Upanishad.
Understood. I've been studying Hinduism on my own, bro. And this is people. I like it, But
it's not a religion, though. It's not a religion. We gotta keep saying, we can't say Hindu is, people will tell you off rip. I got a couple customers who's Hindu. It's not a religion. It's a way of life.
Okay, that's it.
They do not consider themselves religion.
It's called a deed.
Did you ever look that Hinduism and Muslim and all that connect though? Did you ever look at that?
From the Catholic Church. That was all from the Catholic Church.
But why the Catholic Church is Trump?
Because the Catholic Church been rolling. It's the richest entity on this planet.
Because Roman people.
Rome never failed. Let's get that straight.
They took over and dominated and hid certain things. They hid certain things. So we and everybody else never know anything. Right. That we had to get people that didn't know or get with the people with Rome. What I'm trying to tell you is, man, look. Everybody go off of, would you say Hinduism is not a religion, it's a way of life? Mm-hmm. A lot of these religions or whatever it is could be a way of life that the people, the Romans, they conquered. They conquer Egypt. They conquer all that shit, right. Man. Y'all gotta look at it.
But we can't just.
They done made movies about this shit. That's right. They put it in your face.
Like you just brought up before, the 300.
They put it in your face.
Persia did some of this too. Like Persia was on this shit. Persian people. Gladiator.
Cleopatra, and they even had the white girl being Cleopatra, and Cleopatra was black. I'm saying all this is right there, bro, in your face.
I appreciate every participant that we have today. And I know we all got lives and we all got families and things like that. But I would like to know how often would y'all like to do this here?
Once,
y'all like
at least once a week.
Twice.
At least once a week. I like to do it once a week, but if we do it 2 times a month or once a month, it'd be cool.
You know, I don't want to be a dictator and say how many times we're gonna do it. I just want to see what the panel agrees with how often we should do it.
We only touch religion. We ain't touch nothing else.
I got a suggestion then.
What's that?
Why don't you send a mass text out with all the panel, and then you ask us, and then we vote on it, and that's what we come up with.
That'll work.
All right.
That'll work.
All right.
Because I see right now, listening to this, y'all are all some knowledgeable people, and we all have studied different things. And this is what the general public, y'all don't understand what we doing right now, y'all. What we doing right now, we teaching thousands of people in the future.
Not to cut you off, but I promise you, I learned a whole lot tonight. Even though I know a lot, but I learned a whole lot, and I need some answers. I need some answers. All my answers not answered, but yeah, it was good. It was.
I want to thank all y'all for y'all time. You know what I mean? Everything like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste y'all time. We can't. That's why I was trying to do just a 2-hour spurt. And where we at right now? 219. I think it says 219.
We only hit one subject, religion.
Right. And I know everybody got lives and everything like that. You know what I mean? So
next time we gotta go to the next subject.
Yeah, we gotta go to the next subject. And that's what somebody told me at the shop. You got 5 subjects. That first one gonna be at least 3 hours. I said, yeah, you right. Yeah.
Like this is my life, man. What we doing right now is the foundation of my life. All the studies that I've done, and I came up with the gym when I was sitting down talking to brothers. You know what I mean? People come to me for knowledge because they know I'm a studying man. And so this is my life, bro. Like y'all don't know how much this helped me. Like I feel like I'm doing all this studying and what's really going to benefit nobody me. But it ain't to impart this knowledge, man. This is my life, bro.
Right. And I feel that's part of my goal. To spread this to whoever we were. That's why I started this podcast. That's why I invested everything I invested into this podcast. TheSeedz963. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got to help a lot of people out here, y'all. We got to help a lot of people, and they don't know where to go. I mean, I'm a barber. I'm in the shop. I've been a barber for over 22 years. You know what I mean? There's a lot of lost people out here.
Bro, 22 years.
28, dog. 28. There's a lot of people that don't know, what to do because they're hearing so many things. That's why I brought up that AI and social media. They're hearing so many different aspects that they don't know what to contemplate as the truth. So like Les is over here talking the whole time about what is the truth? Who really wrote this? Who really wrote that? You know what I mean? And I feel him with that because a soul who has never been exposed to these things, and right now we are trying to open up our whole circumference of awareness to new ideas, and sometimes, you know what I mean, our soul will reject new information. You know what I mean? Just because we haven't heard it before, seen it before, we automatically go to rejection, and I don't want us to do that. You know what I mean? So that's the point of this podcast, to help out more people. So I want y'all to know what I'm gonna do with this. What we talking about here is gonna go out to thousands and millions of people. This talk that we having right now is gonna be around forever, y'all. You know what I mean? Just because we put it out there in the social media like this, it'll never go nowhere. And I thank all of y'all for participating in this, you know what I mean? And taking the time out y'all precious lives to even come over here and talk about this stuff. Thank every last one of y'all for coming on here.
Man, hey man, you're welcome, bro. This is my vision. What's cracking? That's my thing, but it's my vision, man.
Thank y'all.
I love it, man. I love it.
So when I send out this mass tech, we're gonna see when we're gonna do it again. I don't want to be the one all the time, suggesting exactly when we do it again and how we do it again. I want it to be a group effort. How often we do it.
Tony, I'm gonna keep it real. We went on religion. The first thing, the next thing is the other thing we had on there. I don't know what was the next one back to back, but religion was the first one.
Deep face and all that stuff. Yeah, we got some talks.
We might need to handle that. We focus on that.
And how many of us even believe
aliens exist? We probably need to focus on that. And if it go over, but religion was a big one.
A huge one, because basically the melanated people are some of the most religious people on the planet,
and we most confused.
And they're the most confused, and they did that on purpose to confuse us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct.
And I will admit, online, on podcasts, I'm a lacking in knowledge, but I know a little something.
Right.
And I promise you, man.
And talking on this panel,
yeah.
you learn more. We always a student. I
learned a whole lot tonight from everybody. Everybody was on the panel. I learned a lot. But at the same time, I had something to say.
I learned, like I love learning, man. That's why I teach. Because one teaches, you learn.
That's right.
A whole lot.
That's right.
We got some OG elders up here, man. Man, it's cool. Even though I'm older than them, they elders, man. When they come to that book, man, they out here, man.
Right. So
we got the
young ones.
Yeah, we got the young ones over here. He a little quiet, but he getting better.
Yeah, I ain't said too much today. I was letting y'all get y'all thing.
Hey, look. I don't want to fuck y'all. I bring my disciple out here because that boy, wow, Donovan.
We take all and come all. We might have to
next time I might get Donovan out here, bro. Donovan, but he came up under me. He an ill boy, man.
All right. Well, everybody enjoy the evening. Thanks. We don't have no more to talk about here tonight. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna start the TheSeedz963 on YouTube. Y'all gonna see clips of this. And one day soon, I hope to get this live. So when we talking about all this, when we can have people calling in and asking us questions too, as we are talking.
It's coming.
You know what I mean?
I'm coming to Toledo, bro. So get ready for me.
I'll be ready for you. I'll be ready for you. We need people like all of y'all right here for us to come together as a community, especially during this Donald Trump era.
Man,
you know what I mean? Man. I mean, because people want to call the Donald Trump area a bad area. I don't consider it bad. I really don't. I just don't. I think this is things that make us come together, work together, and
all authority is ordained by God. And different people come into authority is only ordained by God. Ain't nobody sneaking to authority. That's the God's dominion. So the pressure make a diamond, and we need some kind of irritant to make this pearl out of this oyster. So bro, him coming in is gonna force us to wake up. We don't have no fucking choice. We need to stop doing all this.
We ain't got no choice.
We need to quit doing all this celebrating. It's time to get serious. It's time to wake up. It's time to come together.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. All right, I want to let all of y'all enjoy your evening. Thanks for coming on the show tonight. TheSeedz963. You know what I mean? I'm happy all y'all joined on here. I'm going to get this. We're going to meet my sons. We're going to put this together. We're going to splice this up and put it on YouTube. And we send out a mass tech when we out there on YouTube. And when I start the channel here. And it'll be within the next week or so. And we're going to Oh yeah. And anybody that has any channels, anything, because that's right, Keith, you went here from the beginning. You guys,
what's cracking, baby?
Do you have anything that you want to put out there for people to contact you? Any contact information, anything like that, Keith?
What's cracking,
man? At WAZKRAZIN. What's cracking, baby? Big drama, less. There's big less. I'm big less.
Everybody on here, make me text on our numbers, bro.
For sure. Tony, do that, baby.
I sure will. I sure will.
What's cracking, man? I'm on
YouTube. We all need to connect, y'all. We all need to connect.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Snapchat, on all of it, baby.
This was a great thing to y'all. And I want to thank all y'all for participating now. I want to thank right now the audience that's going to be listening to this later on. We out here to plant seeds to y'all, man. That's why it's called the Seeds, 963. That's why it's called that. You know what I mean? We ain't out here to argue. We out here to fight. We out here to come together, y'all.
And learn.
We need each other. We need to learn. We need to come together.
I learned a whole lot tonight.
No matter what you came from, no matter what religion you practice, that's why that whole thing was to start off that way. I'm happy I started this episode like that. So enjoy y'all evening. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all families. Nothing but love out here for everybody, y'all. Have a great night. See you. Good night, Leslie. Good night, Keith. Good night, Brandon. Good night, Dwayne. Good night, Anthony Butler Jr. Good night. Good night, everybody on this podcast, y'all. Thanks for participating, and y'all have a great evening.
I love y'all, man. Y'all be cool, baby.
All right, now. See y'all.